Dude, I can't believe it just worked first try, dude. I can't believe it just worked first try. Also, I'm going to add a little bit more gain because I'm realizing that I don't have that on this scene collection. Do filters. Add some more gain. Yeah, it should be good. Alright. Alright, you know what? Nah, that's a little bit too much. Let's bring it down some. Is that better? I think that's better. I'm going to turn the game volume up too just to compensate. Alright. Did I send the thing? Hope I sent the thing. Alright. Are we live? There we go. Shows up with... Oh, okay. Anyway, hi. Hi, Joy. Hi, Steven. I can't believe it just worked. Right? Hold on, I'm looking over at my computer screen real quick. Unbelievable. It just worked. It just worked. No struggle whatsoever. Just first try. First try, it just worked. I didn't have to reset OBS or anything. Let me know if anything needs to be adjusted audio-wise, by the way, because I have not touched this scene collection in a while. So, like, I didn't even have the extra gain that I added to the other scene collection that I use for most of my streams now. So let me know if anything's too quiet or, like, if I need to turn the game volume up a little. I'm gonna turn it up to 35, or I'm sorry, negative 35. I'm sorry, that's negative 21, apparently, despite what it says on the bar. Hi, everyone! Oh, we're back! Kind of. Guess what? I'm not streaming next week! We're going on vacation, so I won't have time to stream. Plus, Christmas is on Monday, so that's out of the question, too. I promise, Mario Party 3 is coming someday. And so is Superstar Saga. I know I started that on November 17th and then just did not touch it again. I am sorry for that. I'm gonna get back to that series. I promise. Same for Sparks of Hope. I know it's been a while. I just wanted to focus on Mario RPG. So, you know, we're gonna be celebrating Superstar Saga's 20th anniversary for one stream. And then we're going to wait until the 21st year to actually continue that series. Yay! Can't believe you're going on vacation without me. We're going to Tennessee. We're going to go snowboarding without you. Oh, that's right. I'm going to finally get to see what snow's really like. Oh! And the 1,000-Year Door starts here. That was probably the best opening sequence ever. I read all that text perfectly. Anyway. Keep us looking at the other... We're going to Pigeon Forge? Yeah, we're going to Pigeon Forge. I thought it was Gatlinburg. Oh, well. Paper can be tasty? I agree. Hi, Gil. Paper! Playing TTYD Remake with the lowest graphic settings. Oh, I sure am. I even downloaded a mod that, like, puts the text back in the original formatting, because, like, they changed some of the formatting of the text in the remake. And, I also downloaded a mod to make the characters look a bit more flat, because they don't look too flat in the remake, so, you know. We're playing 1,000 Year Door Remake today, for sure. We're gonna have the classic sound effects and everything. It's gonna be just like the original game. This definitely isn't the original game. Nope. But how's everyone going? Or how's everyone doing today? I've been having fun. I'm having fun with the stream already. I haven't even pressed start yet and I'm already having fun. Can you tell I like this game? Oh, I'm just excited that, like, the setup actually worked first try and I didn't have to reset OBS. Like, I just switched over to the scene collection and it squished up the gameplay and we were all good. It just worked. It just worked. But yeah, so the reason I'm doing this stream today is because I kind of wanted to talk about Paper Mario the 1,000 Year Door and the 1,000 Year Door Remake, which, you know, I did exactly that for Super Mario RPG back when that got announced. You know, they announced Super Mario RPG and I did a stream where I played the original and I talked about my hopes for the remake and everything. And, you know, that's kind of what I want to do today. I want to do that for 1,000 Year Door. I know it's a bit late, but I figured it would probably be best if I did this after playing the Super Mario RPG remake so that I could form some extra opinions and have a little bit more to talk about today. So without further ado, let's begin. Ew! 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 Get your save file off of my memory card. I'm a great older brother, just deleting my younger brother's save. Whoopsie. I'm listening to this while doing a quiz for school. You should probably not do that, but okay. I'm on an emotional roller coaster because I should get my bad week of the month any day now. That's right. I saw you posting about that. I hope it happens. This is gonna sound weird, but I hope it happens before Christmas, so Christmas isn't ruined. I hope it happens soon. But yeah. I made a whole bullet list, by the way. Who saved? It doesn't matter. You didn't know. I hope this menu is kept, by the way. This is not on the bullet list, but like I hope this menu exists. And they don't just pull up like the generic Nintendo Switch typing menu. That would be a bit lame, but whatever. White Christmas, Red Christmas. Yeah. Game is older than me and I'm still familiarized with it. It's not older than me, baby! Same year. How do I feel? Well, you probably saw it. I did. Dude, you didn't have any progress. I promise it's fine. You can just do it again super quickly. But yeah, I have a whole bullet list of things I want to talk about, especially after playing the Super Mario RPG remake. I have some opinions and hopes for the Thousand Year Door remake, and I am excited to talk about them. I'm very excited to talk about them. Discouraging for taking a quiz while listening to this while also doing all this homework or schoolwork, watching cartoons of Mario RPG streamers. Shut up. 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 But yeah. I got some high expectations, dude. That Super Mario RPG remake was fantastic. I already kind of talked about it a few times during that series, but for those who weren't here, basically, the way I feel about that remake is it improved upon the original game a lot. Like, usually with these Mario RPG remakes, you know, like Mario & Luigi's Superstar Saga, Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, you know, they're just, like, on par with the original, or even, I'd argue, in the case of Bowser's Inside Story, worse. I know, hot take. Hot take. I think the Bowser's Inside Story remake is worse than the original. Ooh. And that's not me being nostalgia blind. I just genuinely feel like it's too buggy, and they definitely rushed it, considering they got it out not even 2 years after the Superstar Saga remake, you know? And they had to focus a lot of time on Bowser Jr.'s journey, so, like, they definitely rushed that Bowser's Inside Story remake. The Superstar Saga remake was a bit better, though, and I did like it. I did like it more. Do I like it more than the original? I don't know. I think it's about on par. I like to go back and forth between them, personally. But Super Mario RPG, it is definitely better than the original. Like, it might not have some of the charm that the original had, but they recreated everything so incredibly well. Like, they did such an amazing job recreating Super Mario RPG and remaking it, modernizing it and everything, because it feels like the original game, but they made a lot of attack timings more clear. They tried to recreate all the character designs and everything, and keep the same camera angle. They had pre-rendered cutscenes. There were tons of, like, remake editions, like, you know, extra content with post-game bosses, and there was, like, a music player and a journal entry thing and all that, so that you could, like, remember where you last left off in case you haven't played the game in a while. It was just all around a really good remake, and they, like, improved on the battle system in particular a lot. Like, they made it a lot more fun to play. So, you know, the Super Mario RPG remake was just fantastic, and they definitely... It's probably one of the best remakes, if not the best video game remake I have personally ever played. Granted, I haven't played a whole lot, but, like, in comparison, I don't know, there's Link's Awakening, which I also think is way better than the original, and just way more fun. Hey, Mario, salute. But, you know, the Super Mario RPG remake was just fantastic, like, all around. And we're gonna talk about it a little bit more in this stream, but for now, I just wanted to preface this by saying, it was great, man. It was really great. I definitely, like, Super Mario RPG as a whole was a game that was, like, you know, it's pretty alright. It's pretty charming. I love its soundtrack. The soundtrack's great, and the sound effects are wonderful. The sound design in general in that game is great. But, you know, I was always just like, it's a pretty good RPG, but I think I just prefer a lot of the later stuff more, like Paper Mario and Mario & Luigi and all that. Maybe not Mario plus Rabbids, but you know. I just, like, genuinely thought it was pretty okay. Nothing super special. I mean, it was special, but, like, not, like, you know, there's nothing really dragging me back to it, as opposed to Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door, you know? I missed the timing, man. But, you know, that remake, they did such a good job, like, redoing it, that it actually is one of my favorite games now, and I'm not even joking about that. I just like it more. I like the remake a lot more, and it's one of my favorite Mario RPGs at this point. I can see myself playing it again and again for whatever challenge runs I feel like doing. But yeah. Here's your capital D. Yeah, I had none since I rarely ever go on there. Paper Mario 1,000-Year Door and TOS were my first Amazon orders in 2004. That's crazy to me, by the way, that, like, so many GameCube games are getting remasters or remakes on the Switch. And they were 60 FPS in the original and 30 on the Switch, which is fine, in my opinion. Or at least in 1,000-Year Door's case. I don't know about TOS, but, you know. I'm used to modern Paper Mario enough that I'm fine with 30 FPS Paper Mario. There were only really, like, 2 games in the series that did 60 anyway. It's just a shame that one of the ones that are being remade happens to be the one turning 30 now. No, it's turning 20. It's releasing in 2024. 20 years after 2004. No way! Can you enable your other stream setup? I actually can't, because I don't have, I wanted to, I thought about it, but I just don't really have, like a 3 to 4 setup right now. I have one that's very close for the Game Boy Advance, but I don't have, like, a perfect 3 to 4 one for 1,000-Year Door, and on top of that, I, like, have 2 separate scene collections that I use for these streams. Like, the GameCube streams have an entirely different scene collection, and I have not set up anything on that one yet. So, I can't do that today. Sorry. If I ever do decide to do a 1,000-Year Door series again with the original game, or really just any GameCube game, I'll probably set something up then. But for now, we'll keep it classic. We'll keep it classic. You ordered Logan's and mine's favorite games, respectively. Also, as Logan likes to point out, 2 GC games that got Switch remakes. Yeah! That was already there, like, long before I pointed it out on the stream. I just didn't read chat. It sounds awesome. I really should buy the remake. Do you protect all games? I do protect all games, even Sticker Star. I may not necessarily like Sticker Star, but I still protect my copy of it because I am sure that it would be a pain in the ass to replace if I ever had to. Because who likes Sticker Star? Plus, the 3DS is kind of phasing out. I went to GameStop the other day to let my brother, like, exchange some of his old DS games that he doesn't play anymore. And I decided to look through, like, the pre-owned DS and 3DS games. I was just shocked, dude. Like, every one of them, except for the ones that were, like, first-party Nintendo games, like New Super Mario Bros. 2 and stuff like that. Those were around, like, $20. But apart from that, every game in there was all, like single digits, like $5, $7, $9. It was crazy. I'd never seen so many games for so cheap in one location like that. But there's no shot Sticker Star would be that cheap. I genuinely don't think it would be. I think it would be more expensive trying to get it if I had to replace it. So, you know. Not expensive as 1,000-Year Door, of course, but, you know. Too bad we can't see the X-Naut Twitter bird in the game where the X-Nauts appear. Yeah. Goomba with Link Head. For sure. That was, I forgot his name. What's his name? Is it Goomther? Goomther! Yeah! Yeah! I still remember the minor NPC names, dude. It's been a bit since I played this game. I love, by the way, this is one of my favorite details about this game. Just the fact that, like... Okay, well, maybe not necessarily every NPC, but most NPCs in this game have a name, and you can find out that name with tattling. That is something I love about the 1,000-Year Door, and, well, actually, just the first 3 Paper Marios in general. You could, like, tattle any NPC, and, like... Okay, I'm choosing horrible examples. I'm sure you have a name, come on. Makumba, yeah, there we go. Just, they all have names. They have names, bro. I love names. I like it when characters have names, you know? Modern Paper Mario, take notes. Should have bought some Pokemon games. We're going to be talking about Pokemon on the stream. Kind of. It's going to get more of a brief mention than anything, but I figured you might be interested. But yeah, Toadsworth appearance in 2024. That's right, Toadsworth is going to be back in this game when they do the remake. Is there anything else I can find around here before I progress? I don't remember. I guess I could, like, I don't know. Dugans are a unique race. Yes, they are. It's so interesting, too, because they, like, introduced 2 of them in the first Paper Mario game. And then here they just went wild. They were like, yep, they're just, like, a whole people now. Oh yeah, I think I can use something over here. It's like a star piece, maybe? Or an item. Or I can do that. Oh, there it is. Yeah, see? There's a star piece up there. Dude, this controller's gonna drive me nuts. I need to get a new GameCube controller. I have a USB GameCube controller that I can use on the Switch, at least. So, as long as they don't do anything weird with the Thousand Year Doors controls, I can use that, like, USB GameCube controller when I play Thousand Year Door Remake. So that's exciting. I also can use it to play Super Mario Bros. Wonder on my PC. I have a stream I want to do sometime soon to show something off that someone else made. But, yeah. Forgot to add your postbox number to the order I issued. No! Well, that's gonna be a problem. Only about 1/3 of the money needed for Animal Crossing New Leaf at GameStop. Yeah. TTYD, I think Arthur is the only Dugan with a name. He might be, yeah. I don't remember too many of the Dugans having names in this game. The sound effects are so iconic. Wait, we don't talk about that? We don't talk about what? I already forgot. Oh no, I said we're going to talk about Pokemon. Like, we're going to later in the stream. It's only going to be a brief mention, though. Okay, Goomba, I get it. I got my coin stolen. Contacted the seller. I hope they see it. I hope so, too. Dude, this game is wonderful. I actually encourage anyone, if you have any interest in Paper Mario or, like, this game, when the remake comes out, please, please, please support it. Oh, wait, there's a star piece over here. I forgot about that. But yeah, please support the remake if you're interested, because it's just, this is, like, a fantastic game, and I personally think it's the best Paper Mario game. No, hold on. I think it's one of the best. I think the first one is the best one, but this one's my favorite one, if that makes any sense. I just have a more enjoyable time playing this one, even though I feel like the first game is overall, like, better built and everything. But, you know, as far as, like, enjoyment, this is the best one, in my opinion. Wait, really? You make me wait for that? Oh, you're gonna be waiting a while. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. That was a terrible laugh. What kind of GameCube controller do you want? Original? Yeah, original, so I can use it on, like, my actual GameCube. I don't know. I have a bias toward, like, the GameStop GameCube controllers, because that's what I grew up playing this game with. But, you know, my previous one got chewed through! And then, oh, wait, there's a star piece over here. My original one got chewed through, and then, you know, I got a new one, but unfortunately the L button is dying, and also, like, walking bottom left is finicky sometimes, and the C-stick is horrible, but thankfully the C-stick doesn't really matter for this game. Aside from, like, traversing menus and stuff. Like here. No? Okay, well, I can't... There we go. Yeah, like that. You don't really need the C-stick for anything other than menu stuff. You only bait me so I don't disappear again from the stream. You're evil. Ah! True. It is in my notes, though. Like, I promise. But I swear it's only going to be, like, a brief mention of the, specifically the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl remakes. So, if you're not really interested in that, you don't have to stick around. Just letting you know. Hey, Henry. I saw the thing you posted earlier. You should tag us. I don't think I got tagged. I'll, like, interact with it later. I saw it, like, just before sending the post for this stream. But anyway. But yeah, no, I kind of just want to get, like, an original GameCube controller at this point. Or, hell, there's, like, a double GameCube controller set on Amazon that I'm thinking about buying. Just so I can have two, in case one of them's bad. I'm probably going to get that, honestly, for this game. But at least for now, I don't necessarily need it for anything since I have the USB GameCube controller, which I can use on, like, anything on the Switch, and my computer, for that matter. I only really need an original GameCube controller for, like, the GameCube itself. One of my GameCube controllers died because too much damage to the cable and not the controller itself. Oh, really? But yeah. Anyway, the bullet point list that I've, like, not looked at for the past 10 minutes. Segue into evolution of Mario and Zelda remakes. That sounds so fucking boring. Let's talk about it. So, you want to tell me you got the remakes? No, I didn't. I just want to, like, briefly bring them up. I'm telling you, it's going to be so brief. Like, I'm just going to mention them in, like, one sentence. Because it's relating to, like, the quality of Nintendo's remakes recently. So I kind of wanted to, like, talk about them in relation to a particular aspect that is a very common thing nowadays. You know, I really like Paper Mario 1 and 2, but TTYD was like, there's a Yoshi partner. Best game. Oh yeah, I have some huge bias toward TTYD for, like, a lot of reasons, and the Yoshi partner is one of them. They need to bring back, like, actual partners in a non-remake game. They need to bring back actual partners, which they kind of did. They kind of did in Origami King. I'm not a big fan of the system. I feel like I'd be more fine with it if they at least let you have control over them and let them do things in battle and weren't just automated. I think I would like that more. You know, I'd be fine with the one chapter system then. But, like, just having a full party like this with, like, vastly different characters needs to happen again. It hasn't happened since, really this game, but kinda Super Paper Mario. Sorta. You had, like, the 4 heroes, and then you had, like, a shit ton of pixels that speak once and then never again. And then you had Tippy. Okay, I'm calling again. A cousin of mine is gonna get the remake early before release. Oh, yes, please do. Wait, early before release? What do you mean? What? Wait, what? Wait, I want the remake early. Give me the remake early. I want it. I want it. What? How? How is he going to get it early? I need to know. I need to get a part of that program. Please don't, actually. I just realized I don't care about you. I need the remake as soon as possible. Bro, I'm dying for $1,000 remake, dude. I need modern TTYD. But, yeah, so the Mario and Zelda remakes, they've kind of gone, like, under an interesting thing throughout the years, you know? I really don't care enough to actually talk about this. I'm just gonna try to say it, like, super quickly. So basically, there were, like, the Mario remakes in particular have changed a lot throughout the years. Like, with the Super Mario All-Stars collection, you had, like, every NES game. This is so fucking boring. Let's skip ahead to Mario 64 DS. Okay, so Mario 64 DS was crazy because they went all out. They did not care about, like, really trying to respect the original. Like, they kind of did, but kind of not. What they did for Mario 64 DS was they, like, sort of made a new game out of it. It kind of feels like a parallel universe Mario 64, which I know sounds funny, but, it kind of feels like a parallel universe Mario 64 that's, like, sort of like the original, but not really. They mostly just wanted to do something new with it, and it works. It works. I think it's fine. It works. But, you know, as the years have gone along, I feel like they've gotten more, like, respect the original with remakes and stuff like that. Because, like, you got the Mario and Luigi remakes. Let's talk about the Mario and Luigi remakes now. I'm interested in that. I like the Mario and Luigi remakes a lot. You had the Mario and Luigi remakes, and they were a very interesting case because they were a lot closer than, like, what Mario 64 DS was. It's completely unrelated and also made by a completely different studio, but I'm going to compare them anyway because it makes sense in the conversation. They kind of, like, the Superstar Saga remake in particular tried to respect the original as far as, like, the animations are concerned. Like, they recreated a lot of animations in the Dream Team art style. They used the Mario and Luigi Dream Team and Paper Jam art style. And it worked, and it looked beautiful. It was kind of different. Like, all the worlds were 2D instead of 3D. And the game ran at 60 FPS as opposed to 30, which was wonderful. But, they, like, modernized it a lot. And it worked for some things, but then you had other things, like the moveset thing, where it was, like, previously in Superstar Saga, it was, like, you had the R button to switch Mario's, I'm sorry, the front bros moves, and you had the L button to switch the back bros moves, and then you would, like, use the start button to switch Mario and Luigi's positions, and that way you could, like, access a shit ton of bros moves, like, super quickly in Superstar Saga. And they changed that in the remake to make more sense, because, you know, not everyone can, like, just do that on a whim. You know, it was, like, really confusing, especially compared to other Mario and Luigi games, where you don't have that bro switching system. So, you know, like, they changed that around, and it feels a little weird, because now you just have, like, this straight line of bros moves that you use L or R to cycle through, and it's just like, you have to press L, like, 6 times to get to Mole Luigi or Mini Mario or something like that, which is one of the most commonly used moves in the game. And so, like, they provided a touchscreen thing. They provided a touchscreen menu where you could just do that instead, but it... like, I don't want to take my hands off the screen, you know? Like, I don't want to do that, so I'm just stuck cycling instead. And there were, like, a few other changes like that in the Superstar Saga Remake that I just didn't really like. And then you had the Bowser's Inside Story Remake, which kept character designs a lot more intact. But it came with the problem that animations weren't really remade because they got rushed. That is so convenient, dude. You know, that game got rushed, so a lot of animations weren't really remade. And overall, like, there was a lot of stuff that was changed, like attack timings and stuff, and... both the Mario and Luigi remakes were like that, and it was weird. But, you know, now we're here in this situation where you have, like, Super Mario RPG and Super Mario RPG and Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, and they're remaking these games so unbelievably close to the original. Like, you look at the trailer for The Thousand Year Door, and, like, look at the scene where Mario jumps on the enemy. That is untouched. They did not change the timing of that at all. The way he moves and everything, like, that is a very Thousand Year Door enemy jump. And it's like, and the art style is very similar. It's better, but it's, like, very similar, and... like, it looks beautiful, and it's just amazing to me. It's amazing where we're at right now, and so I'm really, really hoping that the Thousand Year Door Remake is a lot like Super Mario RPG, because they did such a stand-up job. Excuse me, I started hiccuping all of a sudden. They did such a stand-up job with, like, just making it feel like the original game, but also making it feel like a new experience without doing what Mario 64 DS or the Mario and Luigi remakes did. Like, they added... what? Wait, where's Frankly? What? Oh, there he is. You can stay stuck there, dude. They just did, like, a really good job. Wait, what am I doing? I already got the key. You know? So, like, it's definitely, like, the definitive way to play Super Mario RPG, in my opinion, frame drops aside. And I'm really hoping that's the case for Thousand Year Door, because I've got open arms for it, honestly. If it's better than the original, I'm not gonna deny it. You know, I may have grown up with Thousand Year Door, and, like, this may be my favorite game of all time, but if the remake's better, the remake's better. I'm just gonna enjoy the remake more in that case, you know? So, like, I'm really hoping that's what ends up being the case. Guess who's back? Back again. Hold on, wait, I gotta catch up on chat, because I kind of rambled for a bit. Mario and Luigi remakes were okay, but unnecessary. I think Superstar Saga was good. I did like the Superstar Saga remake, and I like that they did that, so that you could play the whole series on one console, if you weren't part of the Ambassador program, because I recognize that Superstar Saga was on the 3DS. If you were part of the Ambassador program, most people were not. So, you know, I do like that it's all playable on the 3DS now. But the Bowser's Inside Story remake definitely did not need to happen. And even still, I think I would have preferred if the Superstar Saga remake happened on the Switch instead. I don't think it needed to happen on the 3DS, as cool as it was. That kind of doomed them. Mario 64 DS feels like a game of its own instead of a remake. I really like how creative this game is in particular. Okay, yeah. I got Mario 64 DS that sort of kind of just sat on the drawing part for almost half an hour. Oh, I see. Mario 64 DS has some pretty good minigames. I agree. Don't talk like that to my beloved Mario 64 DS. Well, no. I didn't say it was bad. I never said 64DS was bad. I do love 64DS, and maybe I like it more than the original, maybe I don't. I don't really know if I like it more than the original, but it is a very, very good version of the game, and I think people who are upset over the D-pad thing can get over themselves, honestly. But no, it is very good. I do like 64DS. It's just that it doesn't really like respect the original game that much. It changes a lot more than it really should have, which is fine. It's fine. It does its own thing and it works. It's just, as a remake, it's not the greatest. As a game, it's great. As a remake, it's not. But, you know. I will cry. Why? I feel like when I listen to TTYD music, I'll alternate between original and remake music tracks. I might, too. We'll see. The Super Mario RPG soundtrack was great. I want to talk about that more later. But from what we've heard in the Thousand Year Door trailer, I'm kind of like iffy. Some of the tracks sound great. I love Bowser's theme. I loved Petal Meadows. I loved the battle theme especially. The battle theme was so good, dude. Like, when I listen to the original now, it just sounds empty. And we haven't even heard the full battle theme yet. It just sounds empty now compared to the remake. The battle theme was really good. But, like, the title theme's good, but the beginning part, I don't know if I like it. And then they also played a little bit of, Peaches Saved, like the ending theme at the end of the trailer, with the scene where she, like, walks in and, like, on tech. And I can't really say I'm a big fan of the instrument they chose for that. I feel like they should have tried to stay a little bit more faithful to the original with that track, because it's, like, one of my favorite tracks in the game. Not really. But, but, you know. Just realized something I ordered only contains 3 new episodes since I already watched the others on Crunchyroll, but Crunchyroll doesn't have the improved Blu-ray version. When does Crunchyroll ever have the improved Blu-ray version? Sorry, I'll stay on topic now. Sometimes you need to look if a game was just a port. What I like on Nintendo games mostly, you have some on top of it, not just a simple port. Well, even still, like, you can tell just from the trailer alone that what's happening with the Thousand Year Door, it's not a port, it's not a remaster, it's a straight up remake. Like, it straight up looks like it's a from the ground up remake. And, like, a lot of stuff that they did has definitely been changed. Some text has been rewritten, stuff like that. We'll get more into that later. But, it's like a full remake, and I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited for that. What? Oh, please. Okay, thank God. Yeah, I don't need badge tutorial. But no, dude. Gush about... I want to read this next bullet point to you. Gush about as much as you can about Link's Awakening and Super Mario RPG when you get there, while also briefly mentioning Brilliant Diamond / Shining Pearl and TTYD because of art style faithfulness. Okay, let's talk about art style faithfulness. So, that's something else that I've noticed with the remakes. I forgot to, like, actually talk about this with the previous topic, but they've been very faithful with the art style of these remakes, especially. Like, they look like the original game, if that makes sense. Like, all the remakes of this generation look like the original game. Please! I did not want that! Dude! I'm just gonna... I don't want to learn how to equip badges, dude. So, like, the whole art style thing. Nintendo's remakes this generation have been very focused on maintaining the art style of the original game that they're remaking. Because... they can. I don't know why I said because there. But, it's just kind of like... hold on. Link's Awakening. Right, that was the first one I was going to bring up. Like, with Link's Awakening, what you had with the original Game Boy game was... you had, like, these few scenes that were, like, high... I don't want to say high-definition sprites, but they were higher-definition sprites that were, like, kind of cinematic-looking. And then in the remake, what you get in place of that is this beautiful anime-style cutscene. And it just looks great, dude. But then you get to the main game, and, like, all the sprites are, like, super chibi style. Like, they're very small sprites. And that's probably a limitation of the Game Boy. But the way Nintendo chose to interpret that when they were remaking the game was, you know, let's make it into toy-like models. You know, forget the fact that we just had cutscenes that were like anime style. That's for the real world. Don't know what I mean? You'll find out when you play the game. But as for the other world that we're in, I love that I can hit... I just nailed that super guard twice now. Twice in a row, spiked head bonk, I've nailed it. The Link's Awakening art style is very divisive. I understand that not everyone likes it. I personally do like it just because it's like the original game, where like everything kind of becomes very chibi after you get into the main gameplay. But actually, wait, there's something else I want to do. Like the art, everything becomes very chibi looking after you get into the like main game, and in the original game that was just like smaller sprites. In the remake, that's these very toy-like models, and you know. A lot of people didn't like that, because that was like, why? It just looks weird. I thought we were getting an anime-style game, and then you just shove that in our face. So, you know, I understand the frustration. I just personally don't care. Didn't really affect me. I like the faithfulness, at least. But then you have Super Mario RPG, which was like the same... No, you didn't have Super Mario RPG next. You had Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, which was a very similar situation. Granted, I didn't play them. I don't know exactly how accurate this is, but from what I saw in the trailers, the same sort of thing happened where, like, the original game had these very small sprites. It had these very small sprites. And, for the remake, you know, you got, like, these sort of chibi models. I mistimed that? Are you kidding me? I can't believe I mistimed that. So, you know, of course, as usual, people were upset about that. And it makes sense. It looks a little bit more weird there than it does in Link's Awakening. The art style was looking like Funko Pop. Yeah, honestly, it kind of does. Got him. Anyway, but, you know, of course, just like with Link's Awakening, it was very divisive. Probably even more divisive than Link's Awakening was. But, you know, usually... the Pokemon fan base is a bit more wild than the Zelda fan base, so it kind of makes sense. But it also just didn't look as good. So, you know, people weren't happy. I can't kill him. Hold on, let me focus on this fight real quick. Do I have anything else? Not really. Flurry Spear. I missed it! But, you know, a lot of people didn't like it. And then, of course, you have Super Mario RPG. Oh, I thought he was going for Mario. You have Super Mario RPG, which was, like... everyone loved it all of a sudden, because it actually looked good. They handled it well. But, like, they remade all the character designs and everything. And, like, the models in Super Mario RPG are amazing to me, because they actually do look a lot. They look a lot like, the original sprites. You know, like, it looks good. Looks very good. And, you know, they just did a good job with it. And then you have Thousand Year Door. What I don't get is how angry people got, even though they said it's going to be a faithful remake. Exactly. Exactly. Why get mad over it being faithful? This can, by the way. I really, really hope they fix this in the remake. I can't remember if there was a trailer that showed, like, this area. But if there was... I'm sorry, not a trailer, a scene. But, like... this can in particular, these also look pretty bad. But this can, please, I hope they fix it in the remake. It looks so bad. It's gotta be the worst texture in the game, dude. Of course they're gonna fix it. I don't know why I'm worrying about that. But, you know. Don't get me wrong, the games got released unfinished and had to do a big update on release day, which is such a no-go. Oh, I agree. You don't do that. Bad. You don't do that. But, you know, apparently Super Mario RPG had a bunch of, like, game-breaking bugs, by the way, that, like, halt your progress. Thank God I never encountered any of those, because I never updated the game. I also ran through most of the game before the update even came out. But, you know. BDSP definitely could have been better, yeah. Diamond and Pearl Remake wasn't a remake at all. It was more of a remastered. No, it was definitely... It was a remake. Like, they had to rebuild the game. It was a remake. But, like... Remake isn't necessarily, like, a term about the quality of it. Because a remake can be bad. A remake can be bad. A remaster can be good. A remaster can be really good. But it's more about, like, how the game is done. Like, a remaster is much more just straight up taking assets and sounds and, like, all that sort of stuff from the original game, reusing most of the code, just fixing some bugs and making it look better and, you know, stuff like that. Just upscaling textures and all that. That's pretty much what a remaster is. Actually, I guess that's more like an HD port. A remaster, but, like, a remaster can have, like, a little bit of extra content. But for the most part, remasters are, like, mostly still reusing a lot of stuff from the original game. Remakes are, like, when you just have to make a game from the ground up. Like, when a 2D game ends up getting a 3D remake. Like BDSP was. You know, that's like a remake. But, you know. I love the original Diamond and Pearl. I also love Platinum, but I do love me some Diamond and Pearl. Yeah. But, you know. It doesn't necessarily have to be good to be a remake. Point is, if it was rebuilt completely, then it's a remake. But yeah, it might not have been the best. See ya? Alright, see ya, Andre. But, you know, so Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, it's like the first big remake that I can think of from Nintendo. Not talking about, like, third-party stuff. It's like from Nintendo, it's like the first big remake I can think of that's like, it's remastering the original, but it doesn't make everything look super chibi, I guess. But it also helps that, hey, look at the game I'm playing right now. It doesn't exactly look like the characters have just massive upper proportions and super tiny lower proportions, you know? Like, it looks a bit more balanced, and the Paper Mario style in general just hasn't really changed too much, at least in terms of how Mario is drawn. Of course, other characters have changed quite a bit, but, for the most part, the Paper Mario style hasn't really changed too much over the years, and so the Thousand Year Door Remake is, like, it looks very similar, and I'm surprised, actually. I'm kind of surprised, because I genuinely, when I would fantasize about a Thousand Year Door Remake, I would think it would look like the Origami King. You know, maybe with, like, some touch from Color Splash in there. But, like, I was thinking, if a Thousand Year Door Remake ever happened, it's gonna look like Origami King, you know? You're gonna have, like, this whole paper mache aesthetic everywhere. You're not gonna have, like, all these unique patterns and all this sort of stuff. Like, hold on, let me go out real quick. Where's like, a good example? I guess, like, right here, maybe? I don't know. I don't know, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, I was thinking, like, if Thousand Year Door ever got remade, it wasn't going to look like this. It was going to look more like Origami King, where everything's made out of, like, paper mache, and, you know, the trees aren't, like, a solid model. They're, like, you know, a bunch of little flakes of paper and all that sort of stuff. You know, I genuinely thought that is what it would look like. And, like, all the characters would have a white outline that's always super divisive. Everyone always hates the white outline. You know, and it was going to be choppy animations and everything. They, like, genuinely surprised me looking at that trailer. Like, it looks like Thousand Year Door. They kept the noose. They kept the noose. You can see the noose in the trailer. They kept the noose. Like, they did not touch this game. They made it better. Or at least from what we can see so far, it looks like they've made it better. But they did not touch the art style of this game, other than to improve it. They did not change it. All the characters look like they're drawn the same, but they added, like, extra back sprites, like, you know... Oh, wait, what? What the fuck? Wait, hold on. Let me go through loading zone real quick. Sometimes it breaks. That's like a thing with this game. Sometimes it breaks. Alright, here we go. But, you know, you got, like, back sprites, which, you know, in this game only really Mario had, but now, like, in the remake, your partners are going to have them too. And, like, they kept all the fluid animations. Mario's idle animation looks even more fluid than before, because he's got, like, he's kind of, like, swaying his arms around, but, like, also his paper body kind of sways in the wind too. So it's got, like, some of those Origami King touches. It looks fantastic. The only complaint I have about the art style, honestly, is just the flooring. I don't know what the deal is, but the floor is so shiny. when it's not supposed to be. I don't understand why the floor is so shiny in the remake. I don't like that. But apart from that, apart from the shininess of the floor, it looks fantastic. I love it. I love the lighting and everything. It's just amazing looking. And like I'm super excited about it. Honestly. I'm really excited about it. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Sapphire! Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. There we go. Is one of the weirdest remakes ever. It's great on its own, but as someone who grew up with the original Ruby and Sapphire, it just felt so disrespected in some aspects. Elaborate. What exactly do you mean? When you make the same game on a different platform, then it's a port. Yeah, pretty much. Well, that's just pretty much just bringing the game over. Like what they did with Wind Waker. I don't know if Wind Waker HD would count as an HD port or an HD remaster. But like either way, it was very close to the original game. I'd probably say remaster, just because like they reworked the lighting engine and they changed like the backgrounds and everything, and like they added a bunch of stuff like the Swift Sail and all that. But you know, Wind Waker was very close to the original, and it definitely wasn't a remake. But you know, they should legit just port Gen 1 to 3 to the Switch. I just noticed the Beatles' first initials are JRPG. That's hilarious. In that case, emulation? For what? Gen 1 to 3? Why are the main Pokemon games not on the Switch yet, actually? Like, I would love to get a start with this series, and I kind of want to just go in order just because, even if I'm advised not to do that. But like they're not bringing the Game Boy games to the Switch. I don't know why. Probably because it'd be a pain in the ass with all the different like copies of the game they'd have to do for different localizations or something. I don't know. They'd probably have to figure out like the whole trading thing too, if that was a thing. So I know there's like a thing with Pokemon where you can trade them between games and generations and stuff, but I don't remember like the specifics of that because I've never played them myself. I don't know if that's a thing with Gen 1. But anyway. They changed certain story parts to include the Kalos War 3,000 years ago, then just changed the origins of Mega Evolution to fit the Hoenn setting, and the biggest offender was the revamped credits. Yeah, I don't like it when remakes change the staff role either. That's something weird, actually. So going back to the like Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story remake, they did something really weird with that game. They changed the title. Like the title screen, the title theme, all that. It's completely different. They kind of changed the title screen with Superstar Saga's remake, but it was like similar enough to the original. But like with Bowser's Inside Story, the original title screen was like you had Peach's castle, and then you had this big moat of water, and then you got, you know, Mario and Luigi jumps, like the title jumps out of the water, and then you get a white flash, and Bowser's Inside Story, like, bounces around, and then suddenly the water is reflecting Bowser's castle instead of Peach's castle, but Peach's castle is still, like, overhead. So, like, you know, that was a thing, and, like, the title theme was do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do, you know, like that. Sorry for my terrible singing. But they changed the title theme for the Bowser's Inside Story remake, and it's just the title in general, where it's like Mario and Luigi jump up in Peach's castle, like they're inside Peach's castle now, and then everything breaks and Bowser inhales, and then now you're standing on Bowser's path, and he breathes fire, and the fire forms the Bowser's Inside Story remake logo, and then Bowser Jr. shows up on the bottom screen or something like that. And like the title theme is completely different. It's like a bum ba-dum ba-dum bum ba-dum ba-dum bum ba-dum ba-dum bum bum bum. Like they changed the title. How do you change the title theme for like the best Mario and Luigi game? But then they did something even weirder where like the staff roll theme and the ending theme still used the original title theme for that game, which is super weird because the staff roll theme was like a medley of all the music that you hear in Bowser's Inside Story, and they fully remade it. Like they didn't use the original staff roll or anything like that. They remade the staff roll and ending themes, but like they kept the original title theme as part of it. Like, maybe the staff roll would have been kind of difficult to rework, but, like, the ending theme, they could have for sure made a music box version of the new title theme if they were going to do that, but they didn't. They kept the original. And I don't know how to feel about that, because it's like, you're referencing a song that doesn't even exist in the game anymore, outside of like, oh, you can view the classic music in the music player, you know? So, like, I don't like it when they change title themes and staff roll themes and stuff like that in remakes, especially if they aren't consistent with it. That's kind of bad, in my opinion. That's kind of a bad thing. Super Mario RPG Remake did something cool with the staff roll theme. They, like, had it transition from the original to the remake, but for some reason in the sound player and in the sound files, like, it's not one track. Like, they actually had it transition, like, the classic track to the modern track. So when you listen to the soundtrack in-game or on, like, any site, you just get, like, the second half of the credits theme, and then it just goes to the ending part. It's really weird. OG credits theme was beautiful. This one was also okay, but why this theme? I don't know, man. I don't know. Alright, what's next on my... Oh, everyone left. What's next on my random shit to talk about? You know what? Let's fight this guy again. And I missed. You know, that's what I want to talk about next. The hammering. I can't wait! I can't wait for the 360-degree hammering, dude. This game is easily my least favorite Paper Mario when it comes to how the hammering works. That was too early. I just, like, you can't quickly turn around and hammer. It just doesn't work like that. You can't quickly turn around and hammer, and, like, you can only hammer in, like, 4 directions in this game. And that's, like, this way, this way, this way, this way. Wow! Wow, this and this totally aren't different. I mean, totally aren't the same. Wow! I can't... Wait, what? Huh, the hammer goes out slightly farther when you hammer to the back. That's interesting. I don't think I ever noticed that before. But, like, every other game, maybe not Super Paper Mario. Super Paper Mario is kind of the same, but, like, every other game you can quickly turn around and hammer, and, like, hammering in different directions is more of a thing. Paper Mario had, like, the same directions, but they weren't, like, the same, if you get what I mean. And then you had, like, Sticker Star, which allowed you to hammer, like, directly forward and directly back. And then Color Splash and Origami King just had 360-degree hammering. And I can't wait for that in Thousand Year Door. You can see it in the trailer. Are you going to do Chapter 1? I am. I'm just rambling right now. You can see it in the trailer. Like, Mario actually turns in a direction that he doesn't turn in this game when he goes to hammer some people in the glitch pit. So, 360 hammering is, in fact, a thing in the remake. And I'm really looking forward to that. That alone is probably going to be a huge improvement for me. But anyway. I love leitmotifs in games. I'm vibing so hard at Terrapago's battle theme, and it includes multiple different things that all come together here. Oh, I love it too. I love stuff like that so much. So anyway, this is like way further down on my list, and I've kind of like horribly broken my flow at this point, so I don't really care. Let's talk about super guards. We got some interesting stuff to talk about regarding super guards in the 1000 Year Remake. For one, let's go ahead and get a start on this boss fight. Let's get a start on this boss fight. Oh my goodness, it's a Stinky. Stinky Winky. I didn't buy any items. I forgot to buy a fire flower. No, dude! I'm so stupid. I was so caught up in just talking and like doing the very thing that I said I was gonna do on this stream. I can't believe how stupid I am. Alright, these things have like 3 health, I think, which is why you want the fire flower. Ooh, way too early, Jesus. That's right, baby. That's right, baby. That's right, baby. I'm just good at this game. I'm just good at this game. Oh, I really messed that up. Whatever. I mean, no, that was totally intentional because I knew he only had 1 HP left. That was completely intentional, dude. For sure. What? Okay, that one wasn't intentional. And I forgot to click Power Smash. Alright, go ahead and get up, I guess. Alright, I'm actually not going to do Power Smash because I don't remember exactly how much HP this guy has. So, let's just defend for now. Because I want to show something else off. So yeah, the timing for that's weird. So, notice how, like, when he did the ink attack, I'm gonna let him keep doing it. When he did the ink attack, it wasn't directly when the ink touched me. Let me show. It's like right after the ink touches you. So one of the changes that they made in the remake that you can see in the trailer is me super guarding the stage effect. Oh! Oh! But anyway, dude, I feel so good every time I super guard something. But anyway, something that they did in the remake that you can see in the trailer is they kind of clarified the timing a little bit. Or, like, they changed the timing of the super guard, where now it's like literally on the frame before the ink hits you, I think, is when you would want to super guard. Or really just do any sort of guard in general. But, 12? Okay, thank you. I just can't, I just did that. I just did that. I'm the sickest. But anyway, I should really, like, brush up on my stat knowledge. I could probably be a god at this game if I brushed up at my stat knowledge and, like, got better at some of the late-game super guards. Because that's, like, an area where I really need to improve. But, a lot of the super guard timings in this game are really weird. For, like, ink and fire breath and all that sort of stuff. Like, it's very inconsistent when exactly you would want to press the super guard button. Because, like, especially with the fire attacks, there's, like, 3 different fire breath attacks in this game, I think. You got, like, Hooktail's fire breath, which I think is, like, what, like half a second after the fire touches you, maybe? And then there's Bowser's fire breath, which I don't remember the exact timing, but then you have, like, the super breath that some of the later dragon bosses can do. Super guarding the stage effects is only necessary if you have negative defense. I know, but, like, it still felt good to do. It feels great to do it, actually, I'm not gonna lie. But, I don't know, I'm just practicing my super guards for a lot of stuff, because I do want to do more challenge runs of this game. But yeah, they changed the, or, like, I'm hoping, they changed the timing of the the blooper ink, the inker bloop. They changed the timing of the blooper ink in the remake, where it's, like, right as it's touching you, pretty much, or, like, the frame before. So, remake is going to mess with a lot of challenge runners' muscle memory? It is, but I think overall what we're going to be getting is a lot better. I'm really, really hoping that all of the special effects-based attacks are much more clear in the remake, where it's always, like, when it touches you, that's when you super guard. Because, like, there's so many special attacks in this game that are, like, fire breath and blooper ink and like, sending a wave of frost toward you and all that shit. And, like, some of them are pretty clear, some of them aren't. Like, some of them have consistent tells, but honestly, before I knew you, I totally didn't know super guard was a thing. They explain it in this game. How did you not know? But, you know, it's like, it's very inconsistent, the timing of these special attacks. So I'm really hoping that for the remake, what they do, I'm hoping that they just, like, make it a lot more consistent to where it's, like, as it touches you. You know? That's probably my biggest hope. Because that would make learning super guard timings a lot easier. But yes, it is definitely going to mess with a lot of challenge runners' muscle memory. For sure. But I think probably the thing that's going to be the most interesting to see how they do, apart from just, like, general timing. By the way, the stage falling. The stage falling is a different timing, I think. I'm pretty sure in this game, it's, like, just before it hits the ground. Oops, I messed that up horribly. That's not good. I think it's, like, just before it hits the ground is when you would want to press the B button for the super guard. But in the remake, we don't see it falling on Mario. But, like, when the stage prompts fall on the piranha plants, the pale piranhas in Chapter 2, it's just, like, the moment it touches him. Just like what I was mentioning with the special effects, you know? It's like the moment it touches him, that's when you would want to press B, I guess, because that's when it hurts them, you know? I'm gonna have pee. So, you know, it's kind of like, I feel like they're going to make a lot of the timings very consistent, even for small things like stage effects, and I'm really hoping that that is the case, but it is going to mess with muscle memory a lot. I actually want to try to, like, super guard the stage props falling, but that's not gonna happen with the stage layout, dude! I want to try to super guard it, because it's been a bit, and I want to make sure that I was correct in what I just said. I really messed that up, dude. I need to get better at some of these other timings. See, clearly I'm not, like, the best, but I could get better if I just consistently played this game. I've played this game a lot, but, like, never back-to-back playthroughs and stuff like that. It's always just one and done, you know? I know about the guard, of course. Maybe they didn't call it super guard in German. That's a possibility. I don't know what it would have been called in other languages. But anyway. But something else that I've, like, been very interested in... I know I kind of cut myself off earlier, sorry about that. Something I've been very interested in is, like, how they're going to handle the timing of super guards and just action commands in general. Because if the remake really is 30 FPS, like what we can see in the trailer... if the remake really is 30 FPS, then that's going to create a problem for a lot of the action commands in this game. Because, like, Super Guard, by default, I don't have coops. I don't want that badge either. I don't care about that badge. A lot of the action commands in this game are, like, based off of frames. They're based off of frames. And so, like, when you have this game that runs at 60 FPS, you know, you got the Super Guard. At base, it's 3 frames. Which is, you know, that's like 3/60th of a second. But when you have the game run at 30 FPS, well, how do you split that up, you know? Wait, let me do this first. How do you split that up? Because if it's running at 30 FPS, then you can't exactly do, like, 1.5 frames. Like, that would be weird. But there is something that I've learned about that is a... Why did I do Power Smash on a Goomba? Bro. Oh, yeah, no, that definitely did not hit him the moment it touched him. But, 3 frames, right? 1 out of 20. That's right, 1/20th of a second. But, you know, how do you split that up at 30 FPS? So, I don't know. There's a possibility. There's a few things that they could do. Either one, they're going to make it just 1 frame super guards, which is going to make it a lot harder to hit the timing. Or at least, for newcomers, it's going to be a lot harder to hit the timing, because even 3 frames is kind of hard. 3 frames at 60, I mean. So 1 frame at 30 would be like 2 frames at 60. But then you have, like... You have the option of going up instead, like, you know, like what you're saying, Fiction. You could go up instead to 2 frames, but then that would be 4 frames at 60 FPS would be the equivalent. So 2 frames at 30 FPS. That's making the super guard timing easier. And, like, you know, why would you want that? Because super guards are already very broken in this game if you master them. You know? Like, if you can master super guards, you're mostly untouchable in this game. Because it not only does it completely nullify all damage that can be done to you, but it also, like... It also does 1 damage of counter damage to the enemy if it was a direct attack. And there's a few other cases where you can get, like, different damage values, like with the Pokey. When a Pokey launches a segment at you and you super guard it, the segment, like, flies back into the Pokey and does, like, 3 damage, I think, or something like that. It's more than 1. It's a number more than 1. I remember that much. But, you know. Oh, God, I really hope that you can skip text, by the way, because that is a thing of modern Paper Mario that I really hate. Like, you can't skip through text with the B button, or even the A button. Like, if a text box is going, in the original games, you could, like, press the A button and it would, like, fill up the text box faster. Or you could just press B and it would automatically fill the next text box. So, you know, you could press A and it would, like, fill the text box faster, but ever since Sticker Star, for some reason, you can only do that if you've already seen the cutscene or read the dialogue. If it's your first time seeing it on that save file, you can't skip it for some reason, and it's really annoying. And they just kept that. That's just been a thing since Sticker Star. So I'm really hoping that that isn't a thing in Thousand Year Door. I really hope you can skip text. Alright, so what are you? 8, 5, 4, 8. Oh, this got changed, by the way. Out of everything in this shop, for some reason, the honey syrup got changed by 1 coin. I think it's like 4 coins now in the remake instead of 5. Why? Everything else still has the same coin value. But, you know. 3-4 normal Pokemon, 4-4 poison one. That's right. There you go. I forgot that the poison one had a different value. Welcome back. It's Petalburg City from the Hoenn region. Oh my god, no way. Petalburg, no way. But, what was I talking about before? The super guards, right. And you're a freak. Okay, bye. But, you're a freak too. So, you know, you're pretty much, like, untouchable if you figure out the super guards in this game, which is really unfortunate, but, you know, if they make it easier, then it's gonna be like, oh, how do they balance that, you know? There it is. So there is one other possibility that, you know, I kind of talked with, like, Muzz about this. There is one other possibility for something that they might do. That being, they might not base it off of frames. There's, like, I don't know too much about coding, but I am, like, a computer science major, and I'm a little bit in. So I've learned about, like, that function in Java that, like, lets you capture the time of your computer in milliseconds. And, you know, you could use that, like, multiple times for, like, a start time and an end time window. So there's a possibility that rather than basing it off of frames, they might base the timing of action commands off of milliseconds. And that would allow them to keep the same timing in the original, or, like, in the remake, sorry. It's the same timing as the original. If they did that. If they based it off of milliseconds, that would work. Alright, I don't want this to come up, like, every time, so let me just... Goombella hates Dupree? I agree. I think Goombella hates Dupree, too. 50 milliseconds, I think? Something like that. Yeah, if they base it off of milliseconds, they could keep the same timing as the original, even with it running at 30 FPS. So, that is a possibility that could work. But, otherwise, you know... They would have to round it if they kept it based off of frames. Interesting theory. Oh yeah. Dude, I'm really looking forward to diving into the specifics of the 1000 Year Remake. Like, I love the 1000 Year Door so fucking much, dude. Sorry for the profanity, but like, I love the 1000 Year Door a lot. And this game has just been absolutely torn apart. Like, everyone knows, like, all the specifics about this game, dude. I mean, there's still a few things that we're, like, still learning today about, like, very minor things about how the battle system works. Like, there's a 5-phase system, as opposed to, like, what you'd think is just, oh, you just, like, Mario attacks and then the enemies attack. You know, there's actually, like, a 5-phase system to the battle system regarding, like, how dialogue is initiated and, like, you know, stage effects and stuff like that, and status effects. Like, there's a system to it. This game has a system to it, and I don't think a lot of people know that, but a lot of people also aren't nerds that look into this sort of stuff. So, you know, but, like, there's a lot of specifics, and this game has just been absolutely torn apart. I can thank JD Aster, honestly. He's done a lot of research, and there's a lot of other people who have too, but I don't really know their names, so I'm just gonna pretend like I know them and say, thank you guys, you're awesome too. But I really, really, really do hope that the remake gets just as dedicated of a fan base as far as, like, looking into all the specifics, comparing it to the original and stuff like that. I really hope that that is just, like, a thing. I really hope that people tear this game apart. The remake, I mean. Because I want to know everything about how it works. Everything. I want to know just how much stuff is kept the same. As long as Nintendo doesn't do a Capcom move, I don't care about the timing. What did Capcom do? Oh, Pavlok. Right. Need that for the upcoming fight. Maybe not this fight, actually. Like the next one. Don't worry, Mega Man drops January 7th. No way! No way! No way! I'm excited to see you nerd out when you see everything in the remake. Dude. What? What am I I'm pressing the wrong button. I don't know how this works. Whatever, forget it. Forget it. God! I hate it. I hate the hammering system in this game so much. Are you kidding me? Who could have seen that coming? Glad that it uses an engine people are already familiarized with. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I, like, shut up, kind of, because I couldn't remember what I was going to say next. But a lot of people are theorizing, because it runs at 30 FPS and all, at 30 FPS and all that, that it's probably going to use the same engine as Color Splash and Origami King, which is going to be fantastic, because that game is so easily, like, it's so much more organized and so much more accessible as far as, like, looking into it and, like, modding the game and stuff like that. So I could honestly see that the 1000 Year Door modding community might try to check out the remake a bit more if the tools end up if they do end up developing further than where the tools currently at for the original game. I could see that, honestly. And I am kind of hoping that is the case. I would love if 1000 Year Door's remake used the Origami King engine. Or the Color Splash engine, rather. Mega Man is already mentioned. Do you know the Mega Man collection containing 1 to 6? Maybe. What about it? I messed up that timing for the stylish there so much. Fun fact, by the way, I can't remember if it's this room. It might be, like, this bush right here. Or maybe it's this one. But, like, one of these rooms, there's just, like, a single bush that can be blown away with Flurry. And I don't know if... I don't know if there's any other bush in the game that can be blown away like that, apart from ones that are intended to be blown away. Which are, like, none of them. Got him. Those games are made for speedruns. Very little lag from the original is still there. They could easily fix those issues, but then those games wouldn't be qualified for speedruns anymore? Oh, really? Even Sprite Flicker is still there? That's weird. I don't know if that's a good thing. What did I just do? Did you hear that? Mario just, like, jumped a few times while staying on the ground. What was that? No, 1000 Year Door is definitely going to be better. Or at least, I would hope it is. It looks better from the remake so far. I don't care, actually. I was going to try to do the Super Guard thing, but I don't care. I'm just going to use Pow Block. Super Guard this. Oh, got it. There we go. See? Yeah, so it's like, it's when it's right about to hit the floor is when you would want to Super Guard the stage falling. But in the remake, it looks like it's going to be more like when it touches you, which is definitely going to look a lot more awkward from the angle that it's at. So, you know. How's everyone else feeling about this, by the way? About, like, the remake. Like, are y'all planning on getting it? You better say yes, or else I'm coming to your house. We need to show Nintendo that this is what we want out of Paper Mario. They gotta know. They gotta know. I don't really use power blocks, I don't care. I feel like some glitches are gonna disappear because it's a different engine. Oh, yeah, no, of course. Like, they're definitely gonna fix a lot of glitches that this game had. Especially the Japanese version, but, you know, those were already... Oh, there were a lot of Japanese glitches, dude. The Japanese version of this game was, like, a lot more buggy than when we got here in the US. So... Or, really just international, sorry, not here in the US. Damn it. I wish I could pre-order it right now. I wish they would tell us anything! I wish that they would just tell us anything. The North American site, or really a lot of the sites, but the North American site in particular, just has, like, no information. I can't remember if it even has the trailer. It just has, like, the banner for the game with, like, the logo. And it's like, more information will be coming soon. So it's like, you just have to check the Japanese site and hope for something. They had a clip of Mario folding up into a paper airplane and going into paper mode, so, like that's cool. That wasn't in the trailer. They used some modern Paper Mario sound effects in there. It looked pretty cool. Sounded pretty cool. But anyway. I really wish that we could get, like, anything related to the remake right now, because I want it very badly. I want it so badly, dude. I want it so badly. I have very high hopes. I'm not gonna lie. I have very, very high hopes for this remake because of everything with the Super Mario RPG remake. I kind of have to wonder, like, with all the extra stuff that they added in... I'm gonna look away and I'm just gonna, like, have it randomly select. I'm probably gonna get all these wrong. Actually, I don't care. I don't care. Until the February Direct? Dude, I would be happy if the game released in March, but I'm starting to feel like that might not be the case. I did not read that. What? I'm gonna say 16 coins. Cool. I remember that the answer was 16 coins, but I did not see what the items were, and I don't remember what the items were. I think it's like Fire Flower and Mr. Softener, or something. Something like that in this version. You know, I've got very high hopes right now because the Super Mario RPG remake added like a lot of stuff. Like you could refight certain bosses that weren't related to the Smithy Gang afterwards. Spoiler alert, sorry, but you could refight certain bosses and they were like super bosses. Like they had unique gimmicks and stuff, and they were kind of hard, kind of. But you know, like that's something that I want to see in the Thousand Year Door remake. Maybe not necessarily like post-game super bosses. I don't really care about that. But just, like, super bosses in general. I don't care if it's post-game or not. If they do it, like, mid-game, it's probably gonna be... I'm just now noticing that, like, because of the way the lighting is in this area, Mario just turns, like, completely dark while turning. But anyway, I don't know. It depends. Because with post-game Super Mario RPG, you know, chances are you're gonna be level 30, so they could just balance all the bosses around that. Around this idea that you were going to be, like, at the max level, probably, after beating the game. But with Thousand Year Door, I don't know if that's necessarily going to be the case. Because some people don't even reach Superstar rank, and on top of that, like, they could just have them be, like, mid-game boss fights. But if they do that, please do not be like Origami King. I don't want it to be like Origami King's boss refights, because that was literally just boss refights. There was nothing interesting there. You know, I want super bosses. I want stuff like the X bosses in the Mario and Luigi games, you know? Stuff like that. And if they do it like mid-game, then maybe like make it, I don't know, leveled as if it's like a chapter ahead of the point that you would be at, maybe. I don't know. Or just generally harder, because it's Paper Mario and levels don't matter too much. You know? Mr. Softener and Firefly? I get the questions wrong on purpose so I can get more experience. I was considering doing that. That's why I was like, let me just like look away and keep pressing down. But then I gave up because I realized I don't care about that right now. I'm not saving this file in the end. But you know, so like I'm hoping for super bosses in the Thousand Year Door remake. I won't be too disappointed if we don't get them, but I would prefer them. And I would prefer if like they were in game, not post game. That was too early. You know, I think I would like that. I think I'd like that a lot. But it's not gonna be the end of the world if it doesn't happen. It's not gonna be the end of the world if like nothing that I mentioned today happens. But it would be nice. Like obviously there's gonna be a music player. That's just like a consistent thing with Paper Mario nowadays. Ever since Sacred Star, there's always been a music player. It hasn't always been the greatest, especially because usually you have to go into some sort of like museum to access it, which is weird. Why not just have it in the menu? But, you know, regardless of whether they build, like, a museum area in Thousand Year Door Remake, or just have it as part of the menu, whatever they do, I'm sure there's going to be a music player that gives you the option to hear, that gives you the option to hear both modern and classic music. I'm sure that'll be a thing. Because, like, every Mario RPG remake so far has had it. So, it would just make sense. It would just make sense. But, I don't know why I did that. I should have targeted the other guy. Too late. Too late. Damn, I used to have this timing down. Too early. You know? But, like, if they do a museum area, I think probably one of the coolest things that we could get, and this is definitely getting my hopes up, like, there's no reason this should happen. No! What do you mean I didn't get that? There we go. Okay. I'm hoping for concept art gallery. I genuinely would love a concept art gallery in the Thousand Year Door remake. Give me the mushroom. Thank you. I don't know if it's gonna happen though, because it's like concept art for a 20-year-old game. But then again, you know, after the Mario RPG remake released, you know, we got concept art for Super Mario RPG being released on Twitter. So like that was cool. But I would love if we could get concept art for Thousand Year Door. Like in-game or on Twitter or whatever, you know? I think that would be awesome. I would love to see the concept art behind this game. But, you know, that's probably getting my hopes a little high. But, like, other stuff like completion trackers and stuff like that, I mean, this game's pretty good about completion trackers. It's not really a huge concern of mine. Maybe they could add, like, a thing for blocks if they wanted to, because that's the thing with modern Paper Mario. It tends to track how many blocks that you've gotten in an area. So, sure, why not? I'd take that. I'd be cool with that, honestly. Got him. There we go. Wonder if new badges will be added? I would hope so. I would hope that we could get some new badges. They added, like, new equipment in Mario RPG and new items. That was way too early. They added new items and stuff like that in Mario RPG. And this is something else that I'm hoping for. They added this item called, like, Fresh Restart or something like that. I don't remember. And basically, you use it. It's an indefinite use. You have it in your inventory forever once you get it. You only get it, like, halfway through the game. But, you know, you have it in your inventory forever once you get it. And basically what it does is just a do-over. Like, it restarts the battle with, like, all the same HP and stats and everything. I don't think it restarts with your items. It's a bit bugged in that regard. Like, if you use an item and then you restart, I think that goes away. But, like, stat values and stuff like that are kept. So, you know, or, like, kept as they were at the start of the fight. So, like, I'm kind of hoping for something like that in Thousand Year Door. Because that would be so unbelievably useful for challenge runs. Like, if you make a mistake, just start over the fight. You know? Start over. It ain't happening. Messing it up again. I really hope that there's something like that in Thousand Year Door. But, you know, some new badges would be nice. I would like new badges and items. Part of me can't help but wonder if maybe they might bring in some... A part of me can't help but wonder if they might bring in some recipes from Super Paper Mario. Because there were a few more recipes you could make in that game that you can't make in this one, using items that existed in both games. So a part of me wonders if, like, that's going to be a thing. Probably not, but it would be interesting. Though they would have to figure out, like, how it would work in this game, since those two games have completely different gameplay systems, and a lot of items had to be reworked. Like, pre-existing items. But if they added more recipes, that would be sick. I would love it. I need you gone ASAP. I don't like Sleepy Sheep. See, when I'm focused, I can do it. Like that. It's like the moment it, like, goes back to being normal-sized after squishing down. That's when you press B. My head being like, you don't remember what you were doing just now, you don't remember what you were doing just now, you don't remember what you... And I feel a little dizzy. Oh, I'm sorry. I swear to God, I wasn't even trying on that one. I swear I, like, looked down. I was looking at the chat. That one was just pure luck, I'm not gonna lie. Earlier times was in the OG Super Mario RPG? Oh wait, it was? Damn, that's unfortunate. Well, I don't like that. You know what I hope they do add though? Skip cutscene button. I like skip cutscene button. I wonder if they make unique toads for each area. That Glitchville toad may be indicative of that. I'm thinking there's just gonna be new NPCs in general. I don't know if they're gonna lead to anything, like, special. Like, I don't know if there's gonna be... I don't know, like, oh, this special thing. Ooh, there's like a whole new side mode or whatever. It would be cool, but I'm not gonna count on it. I genuinely think they might just be adding new NPCs with, like, more side quest stuff. So that's fine, I guess. Ha! What? Okay. Swap out. Super Paper Mario didn't have FP, so a lot of clues did the same thing. That is true. That's why I was thinking, like, if they do bring in Super Paper Mario recipes, like, they'd have to rework a lot of them for this game's gameplay system. No! Whatever, that's good enough. Being able to tackle multiple troubles would be nice. Oh, yes, please. Please, I do not want to have to deal with the stupid one trouble at a time system, because I am doing completion. What a bitch. They just went straight for Mario in the back. Wow, dude. I'm back. Don't you love it when you're home for a day, and then suddenly you're welcomed home with a scam email? Yeah. I was not expecting it to be that floaty. I just completely messed that up. Ha! There we go. Got him. Might take a break, a little breather, and I'll be back in a bit. I mean, I didn't really know you were even still here until you said the thing about the... So, you know, it's fine. You know, this is like a minor thing, but one hope that I do kind of have for Thousand Year Door is just like making things faster. Because I mean, they have to know. There's no way they don't know. With like, they obviously know that this game is special to us. They know how much we love this game. They have to know that like the biggest issue the game has is its backtracking, right? So I am hoping that they make things a little quicker in the remake. Like, I hope, in Chapter 4 specifically, once you get to Creepy Steeple, I'm hoping there's, like, an exclamation block you can hit that makes a pipe come up between Creepy Steeple and Twilight Town. Because that would reduce the amount of backtracking in that area significantly. And it would make that chapter so much more tolerable from a gameplay standpoint. Because, like, in this game, when you, like, go between Twilight Town and Creepy Steeple, that's, like, separate areas. So, going over Twilight Trail, the enemies respawn every time. And you have to, like, it's a narrow path. So you pretty much are guaranteed to encounter those enemies every time. Or at least most of them you probably would, you know? Even if you don't necessarily want to. So it's like you have to fight them, deal with whatever bullshit they pull out. You know, while you already don't even have a partner on certain trips. Or, you know, run away, lose a bunch of coins, you know. I'm really hoping they fix some of the backtracking issues in this game by adding a few more pipes. Like, I also hope that in that area with the blue pipes to, you know, all those different locations, I hope they add a blue pipe to Glitzville and, Far Outpost. Which I know sounds a bit redundant, because you access Far Outpost from Rogueport Sewers. But, like, just in general, I'm hoping that they add blue pipes there, because it would make the general white side quest a lot less annoying too. Just like 2 more blue pipes. That's all they need, you know? Just 2 more. Stuff like that. Also, GG, thank you. Wait, never mind, I can't get that. One thought that I did kind of have, and it's definitely not going to happen, like, there's no shot this happens. Imagine, like, a timeline where this remake ends up being, like, so good that it has a whole chapter of extra stuff. Like just a bonus chapter, like, entirely. It's a whole new area and everything, and you actually get, like, a new optional partner there. That would be sick, dude. I would love that. I would eat that up. I would be so happy about that if we got that. There's no shot that's happening, though. There's no chance. There's no chance. If it does, come back to this stream, clip it, say, oh my god, he predicted it! But, like, I don't think that's gonna happen. Or not predicted it, he anti-predicted it. Because, like, everything I say, it's always the opposite that happens. So I'm saying it's not gonna happen. Oh, it's totally gonna happen. But anyway. I love how no thoughts head empty the Koopas have in this game. Yeah. I still have the opinion that backtracking in an RPG is normal. How often do you go back to Toad Town in the first game? Well, it's a completely different scenario is the problem. Because, like, yes, RPGs do have backtracking. Backtracking is a very common thing in RPGs. But Thousand Year Door has it on this insane level that just makes it very, very tedious to have to go through. Like, Chapter 2, you are going all over the place. You have to go, like, all the way to the front of Bogley Woods, and then you have to go all the way back. And you have to go all the way to the front again. And then you have to go back to get to the Bogley Tree now that you have Flurry on your side. And then in the Bogley Tree, you're going all which way? Going all up and down and up and down and up and down. Like, it's, and, you know, like, the whole time, this world is built, like, the Bogley Tree is a bit better. But, like, Bogley Woods, as serene and beautiful as it is, it's very, very, very linear. It's probably one of the most linear areas in the entire game. Because it is just a hallway with barely anything interesting happening. So, you know, like, that chapter's a really bad offender. Chapter 3's fine, because it's a small area, so it doesn't really impact anything. Chapter 1, I didn't even mention that. Chapter 1, you're, like, going all the way down to Strong Fortress, and then you go all the way back to Hooktail Castle, you know? And then Twilight Trail, you go through Twilight Trail 5 times, and the enemies respawn every time. And, like, then you got, you know, Keelhole Key, which is a little annoying, but it's not too bad. XS Express is a bit annoying, but not terrible. Then you have Far Outpost, which is fine, except you have to do the general white quest. And then from there, the backtracking's just fine for the rest of the game. Like, it doesn't really impact anything. But, like, this game just has a major backtracking problem. And that's just talking about the main stuff, by the way. The side quests? There's literally a side quest that's like, do the General White thing again, but talk to different NPCs in different locations this time. I'm not joking. That is literally a side quest in this game. And there's another one that's like, go to floor 50 of the pit and bomb this wall. Why? What's the point of that? You know? Like, it's... Yes, RPGs do have backtracking. It's a normal thing, but it is on a whole other level in Thousand Year Door. Like, it just makes up a majority of this game's overworld gameplay, and that is something that is very frustrating, and I can see why it turns off so many people, you know? The only other Paper Mario game in this series that even compares is Sticker Star, really. And even then, I would argue Thousand Year Door's backtracking still is worse, because you can't skip it. With Sticker Star, if you know what you're doing, you can just get the things ahead of time, and just, you know, that's if you know what you're doing. The first thing still sucks. It sucks horribly. But, like, if you know what you're doing, you can at least skip the backtracking on repeat playthroughs if you would ever do a repeat playthrough for some reason. You can't do that here. You know, you have to do the backtracking every time, and it's just that's... I really hope they fix that up a little bit in the remake, and just make it more tolerable. Even with the first Paper Mario game, you do go back to the hub world a lot, but, like, within the individual chapters and a lot of the side quests, you're not, like, backtracking nearly as much, and the world design is just generally a lot better, you know? Like, the world design isn't just hallways for, like, half the locations in the game. It's an actual world in the first Paper Mario game. So it feels a bit better to do, at least, when you do have to backtrack. You know? Imagine if they fucked up the remake so badly that not only they generalized all the characters. I'm not referring to using the stickers, but I mean only using the basic signs. I would also say that in Sticker Star, the backtracking is easier. It's easier, but it's not skippable is my problem. Because, like, yes, as a whole, Sticker Star... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I mixed them up. I thought you were saying Thousand Year Door, even though I literally, like, audibly said Sticker Star. But, no, even if Thousand Year Door backtracking were easier, it's still, like... As someone who plays these games a lot, maybe Sticker Star's backtracking could be seen worse, because why would you ever even play Sticker Star more than once? But I am someone who does replay the Paper Mario games a lot. And so, for me, it's like, this game is definitely the one with the biggest problem in that regard. It doesn't ruin the game for me. It is still my favorite game of all time. But it is a very, very, very apparent problem that this game has a lot of filler stuff going on between the backtracking and the linear world design and the, like, certain stage effects that just drag on the length of the battle, like the fog. Who likes the fog? I guarantee you, there is not a single person on this planet that has played this game and was like, wow, the fog is such a fun mechanic, it really enhances the battle system. No. It is so obviously there to just make the battles take longer, because, like, oh, now some of your attacks are going to miss, and your strategy might have just been messed up because the fog came in, you know? So, like, there's a lot of padding in this game. There's a lot of padding in this game, and when you've played it a lot, it really does start to stick out a bit more. But it still doesn't ruin the game for me personally. It's just something that's definitely there. I can see it a lot. TTYD is tame compared to other games. Play Final Fantasy, for the example. The first game. There's no action commands. The combat is boring. Okay. Look, I agree that action command-based combat and turn-based RPGs is a lot more fun. But I'm not personally someone who would turn down a game just because it doesn't have action commands. I do find action command gameplay to be a lot more fun, though. Like, there's a reason I'm not really super into Mario plus Rabbids, despite the fact that I've been playing it for, like, you know, more than a year at this point. I'm just not super into it, because, like, the combat is... It's more focused around the strategy than the action skill. It's the strategic skill versus the action skill. And a lot of RPGs that don't have action commands, it's literally, like, the strategic strategy is, like, the skill of the game, you know? Where with a lot of games like Paper Mario or Mario & Luigi, it's a lot less strategically involved and more action involved, you know? So it's more like, can you nail this jump? Can you guard against the enemy? You know, stuff like that. There's not as much strategy involved with these games because action commands are a thing, and so that's like, it's just different kinds of RPGs, you know? Different kinds of RPGs. I personally do like the action system more, but I'm not going to turn down a game just because it doesn't have them, personally. I'm being superfluous. I know, that's fair, it's just... It depends on the game for me. It depends on the game. When my characters attack, I don't do anything. Yeah. I played and beat most of the 10 Final Fantasy games plus 15. I haven't gotten 2 and 10. 10-2 was a WTF DIG game. Oh, what the fuck do I do game? And after beating 8, I don't need to play Paper Mario Superstar. I'm gonna mute my mic for a sec real quick, because I've been talking a lot, and, like, my mouth feels really dry. I do need some water, so I'll be right back. On another note, I'm wondering about Mario's sleeping animation. I kind of wanna see if... Because, like, in Origami King, Mario had, like, 3 stages of sleeping. I know, I just, like, said I was gonna go. But in Origami King, Mario had, like, 3 stages of sleeping where, like, he would start to be, like, sort of fading off while standing up. Then he would go to sleep, and then he would, like... The second phase would be, like, he would sit down, and then the third phase, he would just, like, lie down with, like, his head against his arm. So I'm wondering if that's what the sleeping is going to be like in Thousand Year Door's remake, or if it's just going to be the standing sleeping that the original had. I love Chrono Trigger, which doesn't have action commands. Yeah. Alright, I will be right back. I'm going to get some water. Alright, go ahead and say hi.
Hi.
Not that close to the microphone. Alright, you can go now. Mm-hmm. I love when I sleep standing halfway off the staircase.
Yeah.
Alright, you can go now. Bye. In case anyone was wondering, that was the brother whose save file I deleted at the start of the stream. My favorite partner's little bro. I'm your favorite partner? Oh my god. We gotta get like a whole party going, because you've only got like one partner so far. This isn't water, by the way, I lied. I got cherry juice because I saw that we had it, and I couldn't help myself. I like cherry, it's my favorite fruit, in case you don't know. Artificial or natural flavors. If it's cherry, I like it. It's just a thing with me. I know some people don't like artificial cherry and stuff like that. I like it personally. Probably won't even read that message. Haha. I'm looking forward to Like a Dragon Infinity Wealth. Man, the first game made me love turn-based RPGs again. Speaking of dragons, I'm looking forward to Good Time Dragon. But, you know, that's a story for another day. Alright. Some guy on the Paper Mario subreddit apparently emailed Intelligent Systems about the possibility of a Super Paper Mario remake, and Intelligent Systems responded with a foreign letter. Was it that, Fawful the Great person? Jamie, I think their name was? I mean, if they want to get their hopes up, that's fine. I just personally wouldn't, because that does seem a bit hopeful when we haven't even, like, the $1,000 remake hasn't even released yet, and you're already asking, like, hey, can Super Paper Mario happen? Maybe it wasn't them. Maybe it wasn't them. But, like, I do remember they were, like, a huge Super Paper Mario fan. Yeah, you're playing Wait, what? Doesn't he say he's playing a Fire Emblem game? Or is that, like, only on the way up here? Did he just... Does he change games, like, before and after Strong Fortress? I know later on he's going to say he's playing Thousand Year Door, and then, like, after the game he's like, oh, I've been playing a new Paper Mario game where Luigi's the star. Ooh, Super Paper Mario foreshadowing. Ooh. Oh my god, actually, I wonder what he's going to say in the remake. Like, what games is he going to list? Dude, they have the chance to do something so funny here. Logan, send me Dry's Discord on Discord? Nah, I don't feel like it. Haha. Said it was free, so I guess it wasn't wasted. Okay. A letter that is basically a... Wait, he... If it was Fall for the Great, it's she. She's trans. But, a letter that is basically a fill-in-the-blanks thing. So, like, hi, blank, thank you for emailing me. Oh, okay. I DM'd you? Add me again, I'll explain DMs. But no, dude, they have the opportunity in the remake to do the funniest thing with this little toad. I mean, they could have just removed him outright, because I don't remember seeing him in the trailer when they passed by here. But, they have the chance to do the funniest thing, where they could, like, have him advertise the most recent Fire Emblem game, which was, which one was it? Was it Fire Emblem Engage, or Three Houses? Or was it neither? I don't know. I don't keep up with that series, so I don't know what the most recent one is. But, like, they have the opportunity to do that. And then they could have them say, like, oh, I'm playing Paper Mario on the NSO. And then, you know, Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. And then for the next, like, the last one where they foreshadow Super Paper Mario, it would be so funny. It would also upset a lot of people, probably. But it would be so funny if he's like, I've been playing Paper Mario the Origami King on my Switch also recently. Wow, 3 Paper Mario games on one system. Or something like that. I know a lot of people would be very upset at the removal of the Super Paper Mario foreshadowing, but, like, it would be so funny if they just, like, randomly threw an Origami King reference in here. I mean, I don't know. Me personally, Paper Mario the 1000-Year, Paper Mario the Origami King, that's all I need. But, you know, I know a lot of people value Super Paper Mario a lot more, so... I mean, the story's really good. Locations are neat. I'm among the camp that is, I don't like the gameplay at all. So it's not exactly one of my favorite Paper Mario games. I kind of like Origami King more, but that's just from a gameplay standpoint. Or not even gameplay, just like personal enjoyment. Anyway, what's... That does not tell me what I thought it would. Is this just the game? No, this game franchise. What? I don't know. Whatever. It wasn't Fall of the Great. Okay. We need a Paper Luigi? We do. Dude, imagine. Imagine if, like... I mean... Obviously, I wasn't around for this, so I don't know, because I haven't, like, looked into this to see if it was a thing. But imagine if people were thinking that there was going to be, like, a Paper Luigi game based off of Luigi's story mode, just because of, like, this Toad's dialogue. Like, I know there's a lot of people who want, like, Paper Luigi and the Marvelous Compass to be a thing. I personally don't think it's ever going to happen, because it was just meant to be, like, a joke story. But, you know... Imagine if people thought it was actually going to happen because of this Toad. And then you get Super Paper Mario instead, which, to be fair, Luigi does play a major role in, but, you know, it's not like, it's not Paper Luigi, the Marvelous Compass or whatever, you know, it's just like, it's another Paper Mario game, and Luigi just plays a bigger than normal role. That would be funny. Should I treat myself for Christmas? Yes. Yes, you should. Oh my god, there's less than a week. It's like 6 days away or something like that. Jesus Christ. I did not even realize how close we were. Dude, I'm really enjoying this juice. Can you tell by the fact that I've barely moved at all since I came back? Granted, I've also been talking about the toad over there, but... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna, like, keep him on my screen so I can observe... Oh, maybe that's why. Okay, I was gonna, like, keep him on the screen so I could observe his walk cycles. He was just gone. And apparently he was, like, all the way over here. Maybe that's why we didn't see him in the trailer. Maybe he was just off-screen. I didn't realize he had such a big walk cycle. When I realized yesterday Christmas is this week, I was also shocked. Well, it's not this week, but it's in a week. Can you believe it, guys? Christmas. Christmas is in a week. I am so happy about this information. I'm gonna, like, pull up the trailer real quick. I'm gonna create a scene for Windows. Or not Windows, browser, no, computer, there. Whoopsie. One sec, you get to stare at a black screen. Actually, you get to stare at that while I set everything up. I wanna, like, pull up the trailer again and see if we can, like, see him at all. Because I'm pretty sure he wasn't there in the trailer. That's my own live stream. Go back. There we go. I do have the computer volume down, right? I do. Okay. Window capture, I think? Yeah, there we go. I have it muted right now, so you're not gonna... I'll turn it up a little bit. I can't hear it right now, so if it's too loud, just, like, let me know. I can't hear it. Jesus Christ, it looks so good, dude. Just playing 1,000 Year... I literally, like back-to-back, screen. I'm sorry, I'm very close to the microphone right now. But, like, just, like, screen and screen right now. That save block looks beautiful. I just, like... I hate that. I hate that you can't, like... That's something I want to talk about. But, like, just comparing screen and screen right now. Oh, wait, this is it. This is the screen right here. Yeah, he's just not here. Look at this. This is the screen. Wait, no, it's not. Well, yes, it is. Yeah. What? Neither of the toads are there. Neither of them. There's a Koopa. Why is there a Koopa here? There's Dugan. Got debris. What Koopa? That guy? Why is he like... Am I crazy? There's the bulb, like, down there. Okay, we didn't see the Koopa, like, over on the left, either. Yeah, no. He's not there. That's weird. Yeah, okay, wait, hold on. I'm gonna see if my parents can buy games online. They're old. If I don't get Born of Bread as a gift, I'll buy it. Oh, I've been hearing about that. How good is it? Oh, I always consider Heiligabend Christmas, because we unwrap gifts then. Heiligabend, sorry. Heiligabend. Uh... Heiligabend? I don't know how the G would be pronounced, admittedly, but... Might get into bed. What is Heiligabend? Is that like Christmas Eve? I mean, I see evening in there, Abend, so maybe. That's like a different word at the start. Jesus Christ, dude, I love it. Oh, this, by the way? I had some people tell me, oh, well, it might not actually be 30 FPS, it might be 60 FPS because of this. Because, like, when you start advancing the frames, oh, look at that! It's every time you advance the frame, the frame advances. It's clearly 60 FPS. No, it's not, dude. Because, like, look at this. Now I'm going to go back further. I'm going to go further back in the screen. Or the scene. Slowing down. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Almost. Come on. Where was it at? It was, like, some point close to the beginning. Am I crazy? Shit, maybe this was 60 FPS. I don't know, dude. I could have sworn that, like, when I tried to advance the frame, it would be, like, I would still have to click, like, 2 times to advance it close to the beginning of this. Like here? Yeah, see, I have to click 2 times to advance the frame there. Look at how beautiful Buggy Woods is. But, like, everyone's... Like, I had some people tell me, oh, it's probably going to be 60 FPS because of, like, the Thousand Year Door scene, where, like, the map is being lifted. But, like, you can so clearly see that it's, like, obviously speeding up. So, of course it looks like it's 60 FPS in the trailer. Because they exported the trailer at 60 FPS, and it speeds up in that scene. Of course it's 60 FPS, dude. Of course it is. But, you know, there is also a chance that might just genuinely be a pre-rendered cutscene. So, who knows? It's so beautiful, man. It's so unbelievably beautiful. Boob! I see Among Us? Oh, do you? You see... Oh, yeah, there it is, right off to the side. Also, hey, Cable, how's it going? Oh, so you're going insane again, Gil? Why are you going insane again? Insane because the Thousand Year Door remake looks so unbelievably good? Yeah, baby! Oh! Also, get that Super Guard. Oh, yeah. I like that they, like, actually have text saying Super Guard whenever you get it now, as opposed to just great. At first, I kind of had, like, a concern. I had a little bit of a concern, because I was like, well, wait, but what about Simplifier and Unsimplifier? You know, don't they, like, change your action command ratings and all that, and that's how you get, like, more or less star points? But, nope. Apparently, despite the fact that they do affect... Oh, wait, here, look at... Wait. Wait, what? Oh, was it not the syrup? Oh, wait, no, it wasn't the syrup. It was something else. Wait, what? I thought it was the syrup that got changed. Hold on. I'm going to the shop right now. I need to, like, switch over scenes. There, I'm going to the shop right now. Did you say Cable or Caleb? I said Cable. I'm not sure why, but I'm just freaking out. Oh, I'm sorry. If you need to, like, step away, you can. If you were, like, if you were being genuine again about, like, freaking out, you can step away if you have to. Okay, 458558. Wait, what? What does he mean? 458558. It's the same. Yo, Cappy, liar. No way. Cappy doesn't know his stuff, and I just blindly trusted him. No way. No way. Look at this. If I can fit it all. Okay, yeah. So it's like going from left to right. It's 855, 854. And then you look at the trailer. Look at the trailer. 855, 854. I think there might have just been like an incorrect value on Wikipedia or some shit like that. I think that might have been the case, because, like, I don't know if he actually even knew either. I think he just looked it up while comparing and analyzing. Nothing was changed. Fat guy who thought the syrup was 4 in the OG was wrong. It was Cappy? Yeah, it was Cappy. Okay. Yeah, he must have just pulled, like, a wiki article up or something that had, like, a wrong value. So, it is the same. It is the same costs. That's pretty cool, I guess. Same costs. Oh my god, dude. Even the shop just looks so much cooler in the remake. That's, like, actually crazy to me. Look at Goombella's back-facing sprite. Or model, or, model with sprite textures and, like, all those unique expressions. And there was Mario hammering at that angle that he can't hammer in the original. I don't know if y'all saw that. Wait, that's too far. Yeah, see? Right there. That's second hammer. When you try to hammer in Thousand Year Door facing away, I mean, it could just be, like, revised. But when you try to hammer in Thousand Year Door facing away, it's like... It's still very similar to just doing this. It's just Mario's hammer goes out further for some reason. Like, you can't actually turn in the direction that Mario turned in the trailer. So we got 360 hammering. That's cool. It looks so fucking good, dude. Exactly. I hope the wiki was edited. I hope so, too. And that scene is going to be beautiful in the remake. I can't wait for it. Am I crazy? Wait, what? Where's the music? Oh, okay. I have the TV volume down a little bit, and I forgot that it, like, gets quieter when you're inside the shop, and I just noticed that I couldn't hear the music while I was standing in the shop. So I had to, like, step out to make sure it was there. But anyway. Looking forward to Mario vs. Donkey Kong, by the way. I'm probably not going to do a stream series on it. Or at least not right away. It's not going to be day one, like everything else has been. But, you know. I'm looking forward to it. Right now, I just feel like I'm in limbo, I'm not going to lie. I genuinely just feel like I'm in limbo, like, waiting for the game. Waiting for anything in 2024, because now I've had the excitement of Mario Wonder, and I've had the excitement of Mario RPG, and, you know, other people got their excitement with, like, Wario Remove It and stuff like that. Come on. You know. And so now it's just, like, now that I'm done with Mario RPG, I'm just kind of sitting here, honestly. Like, I'm not going to play the game again. I've played Mario Wonder, like, 2 or 3 times at this point, with, like, different people. Or like I did like a character Nuzlocke challenge run. Character Nuzlocke challenge run. I did that at one point too. That was a stream. I did that for a stream. But you know, I've played the game a few times at this point, but Mario RPG, it's longer, kind of. So I'm not gonna like play that multiple times while waiting. I kind of just feel like I'm hanging in limbo now, because, like, everything doesn't come out until, like, February, March, maybe later. So it's like, I gotta wait for Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, which, granted, I'm not gonna get, but, you know. Gotta wait for that. I gotta wait for Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Princess Peach Showtime. And obviously, the Thousand Year Door Remake is going to... It will be my highlight of next year. There is no doubt about it. It will be my highlight next year. But, you know... I'm just waiting for that game now. So, like, I just have, like, the next, like, you know, December and January and stuff like that, where I'm just kind of waiting. Because, like, they announced all this cool stuff. And now it's just, like, you know, Season 1A, Season 1B, you know, where they, like, split something up. They kind of split up the game releases, you know? So, can you believe it? Christmas. It's just a week away. It's less than a week away. That's right, it's less than a week away. Yo, poison bingo moment? Too bad I killed the enemy. DMs? Nope. Ah, I forgot. I wonder what that's gonna look like. There's so much stuff that I'm just wondering, like, what it's gonna look like. Especially because they're clearly doing, like, a lot of new animations and stuff like that, too. So, you know, I'm looking for the animations and all that in the remake. But, that's it. So, I kind of spent too much time just standing around. I definitely could have finished this chapter a lot faster. But I kind of spent too much time standing around. So, I'm gonna finish Chapter 1. My plan was to just do Chapter 1 and then end it today, just like I did with Mario RPG. You know, I got the first star piece and then I ended it. I'm gonna get the first crystal star and then I'm ending the stream. But unfortunately, we're not even in Hooktail's castle yet, because I stood around for too long and just went through all my conversation topics, so if you guys have anything you want to talk about regarding the remake or Thousand Year Door or like the future of Mario RPGs or whatever, feel free to bring it up, because I'm out of stuff to talk about now. I went through all my bullet points for today, and, you know, I'm not doing a challenge run or anything, so I can't just make shit up on the fly. So time to make shit up on the fly. Bowser's Castle and Super Smash Brothers. So, Bowser's Castle is like one of the most interesting... Oh, I've calmed down again. That was a short rush of weirdness in my veins. I'm sorry. I'm glad you're better now, though. Imagine if your TTYD audience was your stream audience. That would be pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. I'd like that. Imagine if I could just do like a day one mod. No way. Day one mod for Thousand Year Door Remake. Shove myself in there. You know exactly what I mean by that. But, that would be pretty cool. Be pretty cool. I'd love to do that. There's no shot I can do that. I don't even know how to mod Origami King. You think I'm gonna mod a Thousand Year Door Remake day one? No way. Don't even know how big the assets would need to be. But, so Bowser's Castle, it's like one of the most important locations in the Mario franchise, right? Like, it's the last course, it's the main fortress of Mario's, like, big rival, it's where all the final battles tend to take place, you know, apart from a lot of them, but, you know, for the most part, it's like where all the final battles tend to take place. And then, what do we have in terms of Smash Bros? Here's what we have in terms of Smash Bros for Bowser's Castle. We got maybe some music, possibly. I don't actually know for sure, not gonna lie. I don't know if there's music. There might be. I don't know. You can stand here, by the way. I don't know if there's music for Bowser's Castle in Smash Bros. I know there's, like, the airship and all that. But, like, the stage itself doesn't exist. There's not a Bowser's Castle stage. They could make such a cool Bowser's Castle stage, but it just doesn't exist. There's no Bowser's Castle stage in Smash Bros. But you know what there is in Smash Bros? A Paper Mario stage. And that Paper Mario stage is crazy, because they developed it for Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS. What was the most recent Paper Mario game around that time? Paper Mario Sticker Star. The one that everyone will surely end up loving in the future. Nobody loves this game. But anyway, Paper Mario Sticker Star. And that ended up being the main inspiration for that course. It's based off of Hither Thither Hill, which is like 1-4. That is a tongue twister. It's based off of Hither Thither Hill, the SS Flavion from Thousand Year Door, and then it goes back to Bowser's Castle's entrance from Sticker Star. Here's the thing that I find to be absolutely amazing. I think it is amazing to me. Good night. I think it's amazing that out of everything they could have chosen, they chose Sticker Star's Bowser's Castle. They chose Sticker Star Bowser's Castle. I want you to, like, think about that for a sec, because here's the thing, here's the thing about Sticker Star Bowser's Castle. It's the worst one in the series. Granted, up to that point, there were only 4 Paper Mario games, and only 2 of them actually had Bowser's Castle as an area that you could explore. Thousand Year Door and Super Paper Mario did have Bowser's Castle, but it was more of a glorified cutscene place than anything else. But, you know, you had Bowser's Castle and Paper Mario, you had Bowser's Castle and Paper Mario 64, or, Sticker Star. And, they chose to do 2 sections for Sticker Star and 1 section for Thousand Year Door. The Thousand Year Door section is unironically the best section of that stage, not because of, like, oh, Thousand Year Door is better, but because it's the only part of the stage that actually is fun to fight on. And, you know, you got Hither Thither Hill, which is fine, but the fan thing kind of ruins it, and the bouncy pipe is annoying too. It's just not a great stage layout. And then you got Bowser's Castle, which is, like, probably the worst stage in the game. It's like, you're standing on Bowser's head, which is the entrance to the castle in Sticker Star. You know, inside his mouth is, like, the staircase. You go inside Bowser's mouth, you go inside Bowser's mouth, you go inside Bowser's mouth. Anyway, inside Bowser's mouth is the staircase that leads up to a door. And, you know, like, you're fighting on top of the head. But there's also, like, 2 platforms off to the side, I think, because the head is definitely not nearly enough room to actually fight in Smash Bros. But another little quirky thing they decided to do was they decided that the head is going to rotate. The open mouth head that you can fall through is going to rotate. Why? So it's like, not only is it one of the worst stages in Smash history to fight on, but they also based it off of the worst iteration of an explorable Bowser's Castle in the Paper Mario series, even if there were only 2 up to that point. It's still, like, even still, it stands as the worst one in the series. But, like, it's the worst one in the series, not just for the entrance, but because of, like, Bowser's Castle itself and Sticker Star is, like, the worst level in the game, because it's a nice little reminder of everything the game was up to that point. Nothing! It was nothing up to that point, and Bowser's Castle is exactly that. It is just a big hallway, you fight Kamek, you go through another hallway with some mild platforming, ooh, and then you fight Bowser. And it's a very, very emotionally confusing boss fight. It's literally like the worst level in the game, hands down, no joke, that, like, I genuinely feel that way. You could say all you want about, like, various levels in World 3 or World 5. I think Bowser's Castle is the worst level in Sticker Star, and they chose to make that part of the Paper Mario stage in Super Smash Bros. They took inspiration. It had to have been recency bias. There's no way it wasn't recency bias. Like, that has to be why Sticker Star was the primary inspiration for that stage. Because, like, you had 2 sections for Sticker Star. One for Thousand Year Door. Thank God the Thousand Year Door section was even there. 2 sections for Sticker Star. And one of them was the worst stage in the game, the worst iteration of Bowser's Castle in the series, and one of the worst stages to fight on in Super Smash Bros. Like, how do you mess up that horrendously? I genuinely think it's so funny to think about. It's also funny how the Thousand Year Door remake looks nothing like the SS Flavion section of the Paper Mario stage in Smash, because they based that more off of Origami King. But, you know, anyway. You go inside Bowser's mouth, you go inside Bowser's mouth, you go inside Bowser's mouth, you go inside Bowser's mouth. That's a common theme in the Mario franchise for some reason. I have a topic for you. Will Mario's new voice make a big difference in the remake of Thousand Year Door? I guarantee you the answer is no. You can check the trailer. It's literally like the same voice clips. Hands down. And I would know, trust me. I've listened to all of them and used them a lot for, like, stupid shit. I have used a lot of Mario's Thousand Year Door voice clips for a lot of shit. So, like, I recognize them, and it's definitely the same voice clips. If they add new ones, I'm sure it's going to be Kevin. But, like, as it stands right now, it seems like it's just the Charles Martinet recordings. So, you know. It's definitely going to be the same voice as far as Mario is concerned in the Thousand Year Door remake. I'm surprised they gave him the voice for the Thousand Year Door remake. I don't remember him having it in the Mario RPG remake. He didn't have it in the Mario RPG remake, but that's probably because, like, they didn't want to potentially affect all the scenes that are making fun of the fact that he can't talk. So he, like, turns into other characters and does shit like that in Mario RPG. Like, that would have... those scenes wouldn't make as much sense if Mario actually had a voice in the remake. So, it's fine that he doesn't have one in that one. That's fine. And you're done. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, man, I forgot it does 3 and not 4. Or, wait, no, maybe it does 4, but he just has 1 defense. Oh well. There you go, he's done. Honestly, ever since the Thousand Year Door remake was announced, I have sort of had this thought in my head of, like, a what-if scenario for basically, like, every other Paper Mario game, really. Like, Sticker Star, if they remastered Sticker Star, that would definitely just adopt, like, the Color Splash Origami King art style. They could have also just ported Color Splash because of all the Wii U ports. The first Paper Mario game could definitely use a remake, because, you know, it's like, it has the most dated art style, kinda. You know, stuff like that. And of course there's Super Paper Mario, which, hey, it's the platforming formula, you know? We love platforming. That's a reason to remake it, right? Maybe improve upon it, because it's kind of got some weak gameplay, personally. Or, like, not personally, just in general. Did all those dry bones go through the wall? They did. Oh, I hope they do that in the remake, too. That would be so funny. Wasn't there an unused item recently discovered in Paper Mario 64? Yes! It was the transformation cane, which would have allowed Mario to turn into whichever party member he had active and use their moves. For, like, a set number of turns. I don't remember exactly how many. I think it might have just been 3. But it doesn't even have functionality. Like, they didn't implement it, so you could only really, like, theorize what it might have looked like. But, I mean, it's kind of obvious. So, you know. In general, though, it was kind of useless, because Mario is, like, the most versatile character in the game. Why would you want to limit that? You know? So, I can see why it went unused. Oh! That jump, I don't know why. I always have trouble with this specific jump, because it's like just barely wide enough where you have to jump off of the ledge. And if you don't, you're just bad. There we go, got it. But no, if I could see, honestly, I especially I have a lot of these what if scenarios for, like, you know, what if Paper Mario or what if Super Paper Mario got the remake instead? I can't imagine there's a whole lot they could really do to improve Super Paper Mario, but, like, stylistically, it probably would look about the same as what the Thousand Year Door remake is going to look like, so that's neat, I guess. But, you know, if the first Paper Mario got a remake, no doubt in my mind they probably would have gone for something... I don't know why I'm been... they probably would have gone for something closer to, like... maybe closer to, like, restylization? Or just use an Origami King, maybe. I don't know, it feels kind of like a special case that we got Thousand Year Door and it looks the way it does. But, you know, I play these hypotheticals in my mind all the time. Especially because back when the Bowser's Inside Story remake became a thing, I was excited for it. You know, I love Bowser's Inside Story. It is one of my favorite games of all time, and especially back then, before I realized that I like Superstar Saga more. Even now, honestly, Bowser's Inside Story is still just a fantastic game in my opinion. So, it's like, you know, that excitement was huge. But I also couldn't help but wonder in my head, what if it was Partners in Time? You know, because that was a big debate. Everyone was like, they skip Partners in Time! Why'd they do that? Why'd they skip Partners in Time? So, you know, I would always, like, theorize in my head, or, like, visualize in my head, what would Partners in Time look like if it got a remake, you know? Like, would there be little attack blocks everywhere for all the bros attacks? Where you could, like, find all the puzzle pieces for it, like in Bowser's Inside Story and Dream Team? Or, you know... And, you know, especially, like, what would these attacks look like? Like, would there be a triple jump? You know, like you jump with the baby button, and then you jump with, you do, like, the regular Dream Team double jump with, the not baby button? You know? A lot of that stuff. I had a lot of, like, thinking in my head about how would this look? And now I kind of have the same thing going on. I got over it with Partners in Time. But, like, now I kind of have the same thing going on with the first Paper Mario game and with Super Paper Mario. Where it's just like, damn, you know, this would probably be pretty cool. I'm still confused about the Thousand Year Door trailer. I have no idea why they played the Paper Mario 64 title theme there. Like, they did that just to confuse people, I'm sure. Because, like... They revealed the title, and we know it's not like Paper Mario plus Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. No, it's just the Thousand Year Door. There's no Paper Mario surprise here. So, like, it just feels weird, I guess. Because it did make me think we were getting both of the first two games at first. But, Nope, it's just 1000 Year Door. Which I'm fine with. It's just, like, now I'm just left wondering what it would look like, I guess. You know, that's just how I am. I'm back. Welcome back. We are in Hooktail's castle, and I've run out of things to talk about on my bullet list, so I am just improvising now. Which is not something I thought I would have to do for a stream where I specifically had a list of things I wanted to talk about. Like, that was the whole focus of the stream, but, you know. I ain't gonna end the game before I get the first crystal star. Come on. We gotta get the full demo experience. Better now. I'm kind of curious, what are your hopes? Just anyone in the chat, anyone right now. What are your hopes for Paper Mario after the 1000 Year Door remake? I think a remake of, like, the first or the third game could be cool, but I think the thing that I want the most right now, after 1000 Year Door remake, I just want them to go back. That's all I want now. Because, like, I was always fine with Origami King. I like the Origami King a lot. It's one of my favorite Paper Mario games, personally. Oh my god! I will hold it. Fine. Are you happy? There. Jesus. Yes, I understand. Challenge running scene will research when the remake comes out? Oh, for sure. But, also, I just realized, you go into paper mode with R, not L. So I don't need a new GameCube controller. I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't need a new GameCube controller. I'm fine. And then it proceeded to immediately remind me with, like, that little thing about going bottom left, where it slows down sometimes. Of course. But, you know. I'm fine. I don't need a new GameCube controller. I don't need the L button. Oh, there's nothing out there. Okay. My biggest hopes right now, as much as I did love the Origami King, pretty much I'm just hoping that they go back to the classic style of Paper Mario game at this point. Because, like, if you're gonna remake the 1000 Year Door, which is, like, you know, the favorite child of the Paper Mario series, like, most people love this game. Maybe not as many as the first, but, like, it's still the one that everyone called for to get remade, and it's the one that everyone takes inspiration from. So, you know. I think Stampede is the only thing that uses L. Oh, right. Wait, oh, Gulp too, right? No, wait, no, it doesn't. Shit, you're right. I forgot about Stampede, but I'm sure that'll be fine because I don't have to hold it down. My issue is holding it down. It's very finicky. The button is fine. It's just like, I can press the button down, but it's like, its functionality is weird. It doesn't always work anymore. In fact, I couldn't even play Mario Kart with it because it just kept throwing my items. I had to switch to a different controller when Wave 6 came out. That was so unfortunate. I was like, oh, I'm so excited! And then not, like, in the middle of the first race, I was already switching my controller. Good wave, though. I did like it. But anyway. Hope the next Paper Mario improves because Hooktail was cool. Wait, what? I missed some stuff, apparently. Can you get crushed? I want to know what happens if you get crushed. I'm gonna save first, actually, because I don't know if this would be an instant death or not. Oh, right, I forgot. That happens. Dude, if it's from modern Paper Mario, that would 100% just be a game over screen. Like, no question about it. That would be a game over screen if it was modern Paper Mario. But anyway, I am hoping for another older style Paper Mario game, or even if they don't go back to the old gameplay system, which would be a shame. But, you know, even if they don't go back to the old gameplay system, I hope that they at least just fully embrace creative story and characters again. Like, they're setting a precedent for it now. They got Mario Wonder, you know, Mario RPG was extremely faithful, Thousand Year Door is looking like it's going to be extremely faithful, keeping all the character designs intact and all that. So, like, it would actually be a shame if the next Paper Mario game did not fully embrace creativity again. If they still kept being like, oh, we got these character design restrictions, we can't go too far, we gotta have the Toad with just a normal body shape, but he can have some clothing, though, and he can be named Professor Toad. Ooh, you know? That would be a shame if they went back to that, but otherwise, do you think that would be an instant death? In modern Paper Mario, yes, I think that would be an instant death, especially Origami King. Dude, do you realize how many things just kill you on a whim in Origami King? There's so many ways to see the game over screen in that game. It's amazing. And of course, that's the game that has a freaking achievement for not seeing the game over screen that it doesn't tell you about. But, you know, please don't add that in. I really do not want there to be a no game over achievement or a no, like, badge achievement in Thousand Year Door Remake. I really, really do not want that, because I want to just play around with the badges and shit again. You know? Please don't make that a thing in the remake. I'm doing a completion run. That's my problem. If I wasn't doing a completion run, I wouldn't care. Alright, let me, like, look back now. What? Oh, yeah, I can hear that. You would look great as a Hooktail dragon? Wait, what? Feels probably one of my favorite Paper Mario antagonists. Eh. Fucking foot fetishist. No, I'm kidding. Also, I'm not... I don't mean that genuinely, in case anyone here is into that. But anyway. Why would Logan look good as a Hooktail? You know what? Fuck it. Maybe I'll do that someday. Oh, a shooting star too? 2 items just for standing around and doing nothing, and my inventory's full. Okay. Andre wants to become a tail dragon. If I enjoyed the Origami King a lot, I'm excited for the next one. Oh, no. Like, even if they do, like, go back after Thousand Year Door, I'm sure they're going to keep improving regardless, and it's still going to be a good Paper Mario game. I'm sure the next Paper Mario game after Thousand Year Door, whatever it is, I'm sure it'll be good. Origami King was good. I like Origami King. I was very pleasantly surprised. But it would be better if they just went back. It would be better if this just was not a thing for people to debate over anymore. Just let this community heal. Let people finally just be happy with the state of the series again. No more, oh, we hope classic players, fans of the older games, will have an open mind, you know, like, just no more of that. It's very obviously not working. It's clear that, like, what's getting the sales going is just the game being good. So, like, just whatever they do, I just hope it's more like the classic games next time. Because I can't do it anymore, man. I really can't do it anymore. I'm not, like, giving up hope for Paper Mario, but I can't deal with, like, all the debates and stuff. It's already bad enough, everything that was brought about from Sticker Star to Origami King because of this issue and that issue, and, like, the creativity and the gameplay and throwing out the end coupon and, you know, the white outlines. I still cannot believe that is something that people got so worked up over. The stupid white outlines. Easily the most petty debate I have ever seen up until the Princess Peach Showtime promotional render debate. That was also really petty, and probably more petty than the white outline thing, but you know. The point is, it's petty. It's really petty. I don't like it. I don't want to deal... Oh, please come... Okay. I don't want to deal with it anymore. You know? Yeah, you go, dude. I really hope the items bounce like that in the remake, by the way. I love how much the items just bounce if they fall from a high place. Have you ever seen a leaf bounce? Have you ever seen a leaf just bounce off the ground and rebound so high like that? Bet you haven't. It'd be really awesome having the best of both types of Paper Mario. Oh no, for sure. If we could get writing that's like as comedic as the modern Paper Marios. And obviously, you know, we're keeping the current, like, art direction. That's staying. That's pretty obvious. It's staying. But, like, if we could keep, like, the jazzy music and the comedic writing and all that, while also still having a story that can take itself seriously at points and not be just, like, overly jokey, like, all the time, you know, if we could get some of that, and, like, just, you know, a good gameplay system. All that with a good gameplay system and creative character designs, that would be probably the best Paper Mario that we could ever get. Like, that would probably be a new favorite game of mine if we just got, like, the best of both worlds. Because that could be a really fantastic game, you know? I don't really care if the game takes itself super seriously anymore, like, you know, like what Thousand Year Door tries to do at points, and like what Super Paper Mario does all the time. I don't care. I don't care if it takes itself seriously. But, like, I do want it to at least be able to do that sometimes. It can be funny, but have some serious moments. Origami King kind of did that a little bit, you know? Like, you had that scene just before the beginning of Chapter 3. And you had, like, a later scene where Olivia's, like, reminiscing and all that, and being like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, and, you know, all that sort of stuff. But, you know, for the most part, Origami King was very comedic. Just like a little bit of a better balance there would be nice. Just a little bit of a better balance. Some slightly less jokes, a little bit more seriousness. That would be perfect. You know? The pettiest debate I've seen... Oh! I've looked down. Dude, it would have been sick. I still tried to press B. It would have been sick if I got that super guard while looking down. The pettiest debate I've seen is the not knowing is not a valid excuse debate. You know what? That was pretty fair, too. That was a pretty fair... That's a fair point. That was a stupid fucking debate. And I never want to partake in discourse like that again. I've never been more like... You guys are so unbelievably stupid. Like, I've never felt more like that toward any group of individuals than when I got dogpiled on for people being like, oh, you didn't know that you could parry? Oh, you're sharing this heartwarming experience, not heartwarming, but like this funny experience of how you learned how to parry in Breath of the Wild by you know, having to do the Thunderblight boss fight? That's how you learned? You didn't know before then? Not knowing is not a valid excuse. What? I never, like, said, oh, that's unfair. This fight's so I was literally just sharing a funny experience, dude. But not gonna go into that. For those who didn't see it, basically a long time ago, not a long time, it was literally earlier this year. But, like, I shared an experience about how I learned how to parry from the Thunderblight boss fight, because I didn't know it was a thing before then. I hadn't gone to the shrine where it was, like, taught to you. And people just dogpiled on me for it. I was like, what the hell? I wasn't even, like, saying the game was bad or anything. I was just saying this is what happened for me. It was a funny experience. It was, like, so stupid. And genuinely, someone was so pissy about it. Like, they said it was not a valid excuse that I did not know. And I was like, are you kidding me, bro? Shut up. Shut up, dude. Whoopsie daisy. Did you know there was an Earthbound game in development for the GameCube with a felt crafty art style? No, actually, I didn't know that. I knew about Earthbound 64, but I didn't know that they, like, planned another one after Mother 3. If you had to pick a feature from each Paper Mario game to be put in the 7th, what would it be? Well? Oh, what? He got me? Sobbing. Well, too bad. I got him. Sucker! I know how to super guard your stupid shell shot. Get out of here. I need to switch to Goombella, dude. I don't know why I'm still having Poops out. He's not helping in these fights. Sucker. Sucker! Oh! Tomorrow's Wednesday. That is correct. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Color Splash is one of the best battle themes. Fight me? Oh, I'm absolutely gonna fight you, dude. It is my least favorite battle theme in the series. No joke. Like, I'm just talking like standard battle themes, not talking about boss battle themes. Because if we're talking boss battle themes, I'm gonna be real with you. A lot of my least favorites actually do come from Thousand Year Door. But, I don't know. The boss music in this game is kind of weak. I'm not gonna lie. There's some good ones, but there's some that just really suck. Or just are, at least are underwhelming. But, I don't know. In terms of a battle theme, Color Splash is the only one that doesn't really feel like a fight theme to me. Like, it's a bit too cheery. Okay, wait, hold on. No, I do want Koops. I do want Koops. Color Splash is the only one that just feels, like, too cheery, you know? You haven't used Sweet Treat once? I used it once. Just once. I should use that to actually restore my FP. That is a great point. I may be stupid. I'm gonna use a Honey Syrup instead. Keep going and you'll technically have done a challenge run. Unfortunately, that's not the case because I did use it once. Damn it. But anyway. Too early. But, if I had to pick a feature from every game to put in the 7. Let me finish this up first. I'm gonna finish this fight. Damn it, I keep messing up the shell toss timing. That wasn't even close. I did figure out like a trick for the bingo in this game. Like it's very easy. Once you see the very first thing, just like there's like a certain amount of time you just want to wait and then just quickly press A and you'll like almost always get it. But, you know, clearly I'm a bit out of practice, so, you know. Alright, so now that I'm here, what features would I want from every Paper Mario game? Let me see. Let me think. I'm gonna think about that. So Paper Mario, the Thousand Year Door are very similar to each other. The Thousand Year Door's combat is a bit different because, for one, there's different badge setups and partners have a greater importance in Thousand Year Door. But there are some things about Paper Mario that are generally, like, different from Thousand Year Door as well. Or, like, from its successor. Like, things Thousand Year Door doesn't have. If you're a Koopa with sunglasses, you're evil. Can't agree. Let me see. So the first Paper Mario game... What would I want from the first Paper Mario game? What would I want from the first game that Thousand Year Door doesn't have? There's an obvious answer here, but I'm going to wait and see if I can think of something else. I'm going to wait a second. Because, like, there's some badges that I remember existing in the original that don't exist in Thousand Year Door. There's Fire Shield, but, like, Fire Shield isn't even necessary in Thousand Year Door, so... plus, I think it got combined with Ice Power anyway. So... no go for that one. Let me see. I swear there were some badges that I, like, really liked in the first Paper Mario game, but I can't remember what they were. No! Hold on, I'm gonna look up Paper Mario badges real quick. Okay, we got All or Nothing, Attack Effects A, B, C, D, E, Bump Attack, Chill Out, Close Call, D Down Jump, D Down Pound, Damage Dodge, Deep Focus, Defend Plus, Dizzy Attack. I mean, if they bring back any sort of star meter, I guess something like Deep Focus or whatever could be good as an option, but, like, that's such a weak thing to bring from that game. So I don't know. There's Dizzy Attack, Dizzy Stomp, Dodge Master, Double Dip, Feeling Fine, Fire Shield, First Attack, Flower Finder, Flower Saver, FP Plus. Does Flower Saver exist in Thousand Year Door? I think it does, right? I'm pretty sure it does. Group Focus. Well, I mean, that wouldn't... I don't know. It probably wouldn't be necessary, because if they do bring back the Star Meter, I'm sure it would work similar to Thousand Year Doors, where instead of just slowly refilling, it's based off of audience appealing and all that. Which I'm sure you would just be able to do by default with all characters on a very effective level, probably. Hammer Throw, Happy Flower. You know, if they bring back the Happy Badges, if they were to bring back the... You know, here, actually, I'm going to just say this. I'm going to say this. Because I don't know if, like, I could just say, oh, the whole gameplay system. I don't know if that would be allowed for this question. So what we're going to do, I'm going to say this. I want a game that has the battle system and overworld system. I don't know if that counts as one thing or not. But, like, just, like, the general, like, the general overall gameplay loop of Paper Mario. With, like, the battle system, the overworld system, how that works. I would want a game that has that. But with some improvements from Thousand Year Door. So that would be my thing for Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. I would want a gameplay system from Paper Mario, and I know that sounds crazy. I like Thousand Year Door's gameplay system more, but I think a new Paper Mario game would have an easier time improving upon Paper Mario's battle system in its own unique way, as opposed to trying to improve upon Thousand Year Door's battle system. It could take some elements from Thousand Year Door, but you know, overall, the first Paper Mario has a much simpler battle system, and it would be a lot easier to just rebuild off of that in different directions, as opposed to continually building and doing new things without getting rid of old things, you know? This is my first time realizing, by the way, that fence in the far back there does not stick around the edge of the platform like all the rest of the fencing does. But anyway, so I would say battle system would be my pick, or maybe like overworld system, battle system, something like that. Just the gameplay loop of the first Paper Mario game would be my pick. Thousand Year Door, I would say some of the improvements, like partners having a greater importance, and you know, like being able to equip badges that relate to partners. Personally, I would prefer if partners were more like just individual party members, and you could just put different badges on them instead of having to have HP plus P or whatever, you know? I wouldn't exactly want that per se, but I mean it would be fine if they didn't give partners like their own. If we're sticking strictly to the rules and they don't do anything new in that regard, you know, if they just want to like give partners a greater importance in the same way Thousand Year Door did, fine, that's fine. But you know, like I wouldn't, as much as I love things like super guards and audience interaction and you know all that sort of stuff and like stylish moves, I wouldn't necessarily be upset if they didn't come back. It would be a shame a little bit, but I wouldn't be upset if they decided to focus on improving upon Paper Mario's gameplay system in a different way. Where, you know, instead they have like, you know, this gimmick for this game, you know, instead of the audience, you have some other thing, and you know, you could do like this weird thing with your attacks where it's like, I don't know, maybe you could, I mean, we're all about combining things this generation, so why not? You could just combine your attacks together and do like a hammer jump attack or something. I don't know. I don't know. Just some sort of stupid thing like that. That would be fine, just so long as it doesn't take over the gameplay system with the gimmick like it has for Sticker Star Onward. I'm reading King K in the chat. We mean the YouTuber? No, we're talking about a character from Thousand Year Door. But, so I was thinking like that. So like the gameplay system from Paper Mario, some improvements from Thousand Year Door, but maybe not like totally transforming the battle system into Thousand Year Door's battle system. Super Paper Mario, honestly, just how far out it's willing to go. I wouldn't necessarily want them to like do the same sort of like idea behind the character designs and all that, and have everyone be like, you know, you got a hopeless romantic and like everyone is made out of geometry and all that. I didn't really care for the physical designs of the characters in Super Paper Mario. Like they were fine, but they were whatever. I didn't really care for them, but like just having unique character designs and unique character backgrounds, maybe there could be some more comedic characters than what Super Paper Mario had, because Super Paper Mario takes itself seriously a lot more than what I'm used to with a Mario game. But anyway, which is fine. It's just I wouldn't necessarily want that moving forward. Just a more serious toned story with more creative characters. Super Paper Mario definitely was the most creative in that regard, and I would want that back. Not gonna lie, I would want that back. Um, Sticker Star. What would I want from Sticker Star? Maybe the general feeling of exploration? Nah, that feels fake. That felt very fake saying that. How about the non-linearity? The non-linearity. That's something I would adopt from Sticker Star. This is something that like I don't know if people realize this is a thing you could do with Sticker Star, but Sticker Star is the least linear game in the Paper Mario series, and it's the only one where you can actually complete the chapters out of order, as long as because like it's not story focused. It's not a story focused game. So like it's not a story focused game, which sucks, but as a result, we did end up getting a game where, nothing happens, but as a result, progress is tied to having certain thing stickers and stuff like that. And so if you can get the thing sticker that you need, you only have to go like a little bit into each world. You can just get the thing sticker that you need for a future world and just go ahead and progress that way. And you can beat any world out of order except for World 6. World 6 is still the last world. But, like, you can beat any of them out of order. So the ability to do that, and, that would be very, very difficult. Especially if they're going to have, like, a story and unique characters and all that. That would definitely be very difficult to pull off. Because it would be like, oh, if we're going to have the gameplay system of the first Paper Mario game, there has to be level ups and all that, too. So there has to be, like, a sense of progression. But the thing is, in TTYD you can use glitches to beat the chapters out of order. Yes, but I mean like it's not intentional at all that you can beat TTYD out of order. With Sticker Star, it feels slightly more intentional. I don't know if it was actually the intention, but like it's a bit like you can just do it without glitches. But so like trying to do a non-linear game with a very good story would definitely be very difficult. With a very good story and a sense of progression, that would be very difficult. But if they could pull it off, it could potentially be a really cool game. That said, if they weren't going to do that, I would say just who is trying to get in? Yeah, I'm streaming right now. Huh? What? Okay. Um, but if they couldn't pull that off, my choice from Sticker Star would probably just be like the exploration element of it, because I don't really think it's the best game for exploring. I feel like you can get about the same amount of exploration out of like Paper Mario or Super Paper Mario, but with Sticker Star, a lot of the locations for where they hid HP up hearts and things, well, yeah, things, um a lot of locations were a bit clever. A lot of them were also really dumb, but a lot of the locations were very clever. And just like it felt like when I found an HP up heart, it was a little bit special in that game because it's like, whoa, I didn't know this was back here. This is cool. Some of them are dumb, like you have to beat Sniff It or Whiff It again after clearing World 3 to get an HP up heart. I don't like that one, but there's also like one in World 3 that you're not intended to find until after, but I'm pretty sure you can. Or no, I'm thinking of the D cell battery, not the D cell, the watch battery thing. That's what I was thinking of, because that's like hidden away in the poison. But there's also like an HP up heart hidden in the poison, but I guess that's not there prior to beating World 3. I don't know. So like my choice from Sticker Star would probably be either the non-linearity or the exploration and how you find HP up hearts and stuff like that in that game. Color Splash would definitely be the musical style. Origami King's music was really good too. So like that's kind of tough to say. But for Origami King, I mean for Color Splash, both games have a really fantastic soundtrack in my opinion. Color Splash is more jazzy. Origami King is a bit jazzy, but it focuses a lot more on like electric guitars and stuff like that. So I don't know which one I would really prefer. They did put more detail into Origami King's soundtrack, but like I don't really know what else to choose from Color Splash. So, you know, Color Splash. I'd probably choose the Color Splash soundtrack as far as like how the soundtrack is designed, because it is. I do like the style of that soundtrack a lot, and it's a bit more consistent than Origami King soundtrack. It's more consistently good. And then you have the Origami King. I think my choice for that one's pretty clear. The graphics well, either the graphics or the world design. Actually, the graphics are a given. I'm not going to say the graphics because it's a given that the graphics would probably, like, by default, would just be similar to, like, Origami King or the Thousand Year Door Remake or whatever. The world design. The world design in Origami King was so good. I loved the world design. Like, everything was so detailed. It was all big and expansive. You didn't have, like, a bunch of very small rooms. It was, like, a bunch of big rooms with a lot to look for. There was a big sense of exploration in Origami King, too, but a lot of it was just finding toads, and it didn't really feel that rewarding. So, you know, that would probably be my perfect Paper Mario game. Just gameplay system of Paper Mario, some improvements from Thousand Year Door, the level of creativity that Super Paper Mario had while having some exploration or non-linearity elements from Sicker Star, the soundtrack of Color Splash, or the style of the soundtrack, and the world design of Origami King. That would be my perfect Paper Mario game, if I had to choose one thing from every game to put into the 7th one. Those would be my choices. Whoo! I was talking about that for a while, my throat hurts. Very good question, though. That was a very entertaining question to answer. I had a lot of fun answering that just now. Alright, let's fight Hooktail and end the stream off. Origami King is more oriented towards epic. Love the big areas in Origami King. Me too. Oh, this is going to be a little bit weird. They made the lighting a lot more light in the Remake's trailer, where it's like a lot darker here. But oh well. This game's not super huge on lighting anyway, so. I would pay $60 for that? Yeah. No, genuinely, I would love a Paper Mario game, because a Paper Mario game that's like that. Because, like, that was pretty much, like, the best things I could think of. That wouldn't be repetitive. The best things I could think of from, like, every Paper Mario game. What am I trying to do right now? Hammer. Can you end by 7? I don't know what time it is for you right now, but for me, it's like 5. Oh, you're probably in Eastern time zone. I'm probably not going to end by 7, but I'm going to try to get through this boss fight pretty quickly, so we'll see how quickly I get through it. It's not too long, right? Okay, that was too early. Yeah, see, that's like half a second in. Oh, come on. Yo, no way, Peril setup? I don't have Mega Rush. But hey, Peril setup? No way. No way, totally planned. Isn't that dragon talking about its feet or something? Yep. It's like, oh, you want to smell my feet so bad. I bet your feet would make for a great sauce. And also, like, nobody knows that Hooktail is a female. That's another funny thing about Hooktail. Nobody knows that, like... No! I forgot okay, so I have a live stream. You didn't equip attack effects R, so good luck. Oh, yeah, I got distracted. It's fine. This fight isn't the worst thing in the world. We'll consider it like half a challenge run. Hooktail reminds me of Gil. I mean, hey, the color scheme's slightly there. I almost mistimed that, dude. I mistimed that, though? Come on. No, dude. Mistimed. Okay, it's fine. Only her brothers know. Yeah. It's like an in-game reveal. Like, Hooktail was a girl? Oh, come on. Well, you know what? At least Koops is getting some help, so that's fine. You can tell I really don't try very hard for Sweet Treat. Hooktail type phantom. Ha! Damn it! Okay, I think that was too early. No, not too early, too late. Actually, I don't know. I'm trying to super guard all these, but I'm not doing a great job. Yeah, you know what? Get hurt. I wasn't talking about... Wait, that didn't hurt Hooktail? Are you kidding me? It didn't hurt her? No! I should probably stop trying to super guard. I'm not doing a great job right now. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Uh-oh. If I game over, whatever. Oh, we're already in the second phase, so I just gotta get through 10 HP. 10 viewers, yeah, 10 viewers. Does Mario sigh in the modern games? No. I'm not taking down unnecessary damage here. He does sort of, like, bend over a little bit, and he's like, oh, you know, like, he's, like, panting, but he doesn't make any audible sounds in the modern games, like, at all. I don't think Mario has any voice clips in any Paper Mario game from Sticker Star to Origami King. Not even in Paper Jam. Only the real Mario, or I'm sorry, not the real Mario, the round Mario has Paper Jam, the voice clips in Paper Jam. The fear. I'm way better than the stinky dragon. What do you mean? The stinky dragon that eats everyone? No way. Just like you? No way. I'm sorry. I should stop making jokes like that. Yeah! That was so lucky, dude. How did that even happen? She's not even under the stage. Alright, that's 3 HP down. Come on, man. I almost super guarded that. Almost. Probably not, actually. Right, Goombella can't do anything. And you missed. I really love Mario's voice lines in this game. Yeah. Rip the audience. Oh, for sure, dude. The audience just gets relentlessly destroyed in this game. It's so funny. Hooktail, Cortez, Magnus von Grapple, Shadow Queen. Should I swap them? I should probably stop being dumb and swap them. I should really swap them, actually. That would be a great idea. I think swapping would be, like, the best idea I could have right now. Let Goombella take all the stomp hits. Because clearly I ain't super guarding anything in this fight, dude. I had, like, this one run where, like, I super guarded so much stuff in the Hooktail fight. I can't do it anymore. I don't know what happened. Can you stop? What is with all the buckets and stuff? I swear to God, dude. Those were Toads, so who cares if they were eaten? Maybe Logan was right. Audience literally gets dragged into hell and gets their souls eaten. Yeah, that's a thing too. What is her HP at? I don't know. Well, not like I care too much. Time to tattle. Oh well. If Goombella dies, she dies. I just gotta do like 2 more power smashes and I'll be fine. Oh, just 1 actually. I don't even. You know what? I don't even have to do 1 power smash. Please tell me I have some petty thing I can kill her with. I don't think I do. I can just do a normal hammer. Not even gonna stylish this. Bye. I can't believe I didn't super guard anything though, dude. That was so upsetting. How are you almost losing against the first boss? Okay, I guess it's the failed... Yeah, it's the failed super guarding and the lack of attack effects are. That's what it is. Luigi can die for cheering Mario in boss battles? True. Alright, well, there we go. Hey, it's like right 7 on the dot for you, probably. So, there you go. I'm pretty much just going to wrap up. I don't even know if I'm going to do the interludes. I kind of just want to stop playing now, because I didn't really want to stream for more than 3 hours. And we're like right on the 3-hour mark, so should still be easy. You know what? You try super guarding the stomp attack. The stomp attack that does 5 damage to you. Oh, when you only have 10 HP, by the way, because I haven't been upgrading that. That's another thing. Because I ain't a pussy. I don't upgrade HP unless I feel like I need it. Or unless I've been upgrading the other stats too much. Bye-bye. End of chapter. No way, guys. It's the end of the chapter. Alright, for real though, thank you all so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. I mean, genuinely, there was like nothing to care about in this stream apart from the fact that I'm just playing Thousand Year Door. And I'm talking about Thousand Year Door on the Switch. With brief mentions of Link's Awakening, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Super Mario RPG, Super Mario RPG, Super Mario RPG, Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions, Mario & Luigi Bowser's Story plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey, Super Mario 64 DS, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, the Game Boy, what else did I bring up? Super Mario All-Stars. Yeah, that's right. I brought up Super Mario All-Stars at one point and then said, nope, I don't want to do that. Alright. You need to work on not insulting in response to a teasy/joke remark. What? I wasn't? What are you talking about? But anyway. Oh, wait. Oh, about the super guard thing. Right. I forgot. You try super guarding the feet. But anyway, 11 viewers, Jesus Christ. Thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate it. Y'all better all be here. You better be here next year when I start Thousand Year Door, or else I am going to get you. Also, wake up. But, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate you being here just to, like, chill and talk with me and all that. This has been a fun stream. And I would totally be down to put as much work as I can into the Thousand Year Door Remake series to make it as entertaining as possible, because I want to do that. I want to make sure it is not a flop of a series. And I'm definitely not going to break my stream schedule as soon as it comes out. Nope. But anyway. Bye. Thanks for being here. Have a good one.